This is the Drive By Night Show. We are a 3-hour drive around call in talk show right here on TikTok every Thursday night from 8 till 11 o'clock Central Time. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. There's the phone number 402-853-8436. Anyone is welcome to call. There's really not a set format for the show. My only rule is just be cool. Other than that, we can talk about whatever you want. If you're curious about past episodes of the Drive By Night Show, you can find them on YouTube at All the Rides. This thing is also a podcast, and you can find it by searching your favorite podcast provider and type in Drive By Night Show, and believe it or not, this thing will pop up. This is episode number 23. Can you believe it? We are nearing that quarter of a century mark, and it feels pretty darn good. It was 106 degrees where I am today. So is there like a heat wave that's going on everywhere, or is it just sort of hitting like the middle of the country? I haven't taken the time to see what everyone else's weather condition is like. And I know weather is just the most fascinating topic on the planet, but we've got to start somewhere here tonight. So let's just springboard off of that and see where the show goes. So give me a call, 402-853-8436, and we'll talk about the weather. Or we'll talk about whatever else you want to. It really doesn't matter. It's just something to talk about in the meantime while I'm waiting for that very first important phone call. And who's it going to be? Is it going to be you? Is it going to be you? So just pick up that phone and call. Thank you so much for joining me. This is the Drive By Night Show. And, thank you. And we got somebody sharing the show in the chat, and I really appreciate that a lot. I couldn't do this without so many people that come back here every week, and I thank you guys so much. So, and I thank anybody that's new out there. It says nobody will call. Oh, you think so? Just in case. You should watch the other 22 episodes. I get thousands of calls. How much you want to bet, just in case, that nobody will call? And that's a pretty bold statement. That's a firm stance, just in case. Nobody. I mean, do you understand the definition of nobody? That is like finite. There's no wiggle room at all with nobody. Now, if you said, not that many will call, or very few will call, or only a couple will call, then you might be onto something, just in case. But you said nobody will call, just in case, and California right now is on the line. Oh, I'm not mad at all. I'm just goofing. I'm having a good time. Let's see what California's up to. Drive By Night Show, how are you? Hello? Oh, and then California just called up. Okay, Justin, you're not quite right, Justin. But somebody did call, but they didn't say anything. So maybe if you said somebody will call, but nobody will say anything, that doesn't even sound right either. Anyway, I'm just goofing off. You know what? It's a Thursday night. I'm in a good mood, so I'm just kind of flowing with it, and it's lots of fun. So the chat's saying, so what do you do? And you want to know what I do, or what do you do with the phone number? Clarify that position a little bit, and then we'll figure it out together. Chat is saying, bro, man's going on a chase. That's right. And chat's saying phone. Yeah, there's a phone. And now the chat's saying, I'm about to call that number. Well, somebody's got to call that number. Otherwise, you just sit here and look at my face. And it's really not that much fun. It's more fun when somebody's talking at my face. 402-853-8436. And just do it. What do you got to lose? Live a little. And take a chance on life. pick up that phone and just call that number. You'll have something to talk about tomorrow in your otherwise mundane existence. Chat saying, seems neat. Just call and say hello. Exactly. There's no rules. No set format. I guess there's one rule. Just be cool. But we can talk about whatever you want. I've given advice to people. We talk about jobs. We talk about aliens. We talk about the future. People call up and sing songs or tell jokes. I mean, it's just kind of all over the place. So anything. But yeah, please call and say hello. That would be great. The chat is saying, if I called, what would you say if, like, do you pick people up and drive them around, or is it like, yeah. No, I don't pick up anybody while I do the show. This is the Drive by Night show. This is kind of a separate thing that I do besides Uber videos and Uber rides and whatnot. And it's a 3-hour call-in talk show. And believe it or not, I've been doing this for 23 weeks. So if you want to see what past episodes are like, just go to YouTube at All the Rides. And believe me, they're a lot crazier than this is. So, I don't know. It's a little slow tonight. But this guy, Justin, earlier, he was like, nobody will call. And now I'm starting to think, maybe Justin knows something that I don't know. And because I'm just the one now sitting here. And I'm going to have to eat his words. But I really want to prove him wrong. And I just want somebody to call. And like the last person in the chat said a couple chats ago, and just say hello. Can we make that happen? Can somebody just please do that for me? And we'll just get the Drive by Night show kicked off here. And everything will be great. I got the air conditioner going. It's kind of blowing on my face right now. It feels pretty good. And, real sweltering heat out here. Broke a 130-year-old record with the heat today at 106 degrees. And I'm telling you, you can feel every bit of it. You open up the window, and it's just like a furnace blowing in through your face. Let's open up that window. See that? See that? You can just see it. It's like a furnace just blowing in here. And we're going to close that right back up because we don't want to lose any of this valuable air conditioning that's giving me hope to continue doing this show for another 2 hours and 52 minutes tonight. And I'd like to do it with you. I'd like to do it with your participation. And I'd like to just talk on the phone and see how everyone's doing. How is everybody doing out there tonight? I'm so glad you're here with me. And I can't tell you how appreciative I am of everybody that's just hanging out, watching, waiting for the phone to ring, waiting to see if Justin is going to be correct when he says, nobody will call. And we all want to prove him wrong. I don't think we can let Justin get away with this tonight. Let's show him how many people actually call this show. Because right now I really don't know. And Jesse's sending some roses. And I appreciate that. Oh, the chat is saying I'm exhausted. Are you exhausted listening to me? Or are you just exhausted in general? I suppose that's the question I have for you. Chat is saying, Trump supporter? ? No, I am not a Trump supporter. And there you go. What else do you want me to say? What would you do with that anyway? I mean, I don't even know. I know that there's been a lot of talk shows based on that. Can you imagine doing like a show? Let's say, you go far right like that, or you go far left. And then one of the parties, for example, like Trump, becomes this real, like, kind of pariah. And then you see, like, everybody jumping ship off of that thing. And now you've got people really stepping back from their stance and saying, I really didn't like him that much, And I think there's a real danger in getting so fanatical about people. And especially like political people, because it's like when that other shoe drops, it's like, where do you go? Where do you run? Where do you hide? The question is, what city do you work from in Nebraska? Lincoln, Nebraska. Chat's saying hello again. Oh, chat. The question about being exhausted. I asked because of me talking or just in general. The response was no, in general. I understand it's exhausting sometimes, and it's been exhausting for all of us. I think almost the past year and a half. And okay, the chat is saying, well, call to say hello. Suppose you got a voicemail. Did you get the voicemail? I hope you didn't. Phone's up. It looks good. Everything's fine. I think. Do you mind trying again if that's the thing? And I apologize if you didn't get through. Chat's saying, I'm from Lincoln too. That's cool. Well, thank you very much. It's sort of cool. And yeah, just come say hello sometime. I'm just sitting under a bridge. Yeah, I got voicemail. I don't know then. My phone's just sitting there. I restarted it earlier today to get it all geared up, and so it was working well. I hope. And boy, did by chance did you happen to call? As in, I got 2 new voicemails. That's kind of scary. If you call from like a private or an unknown number, it just automatically gets blocked and will go to voicemail. I had some problems with people calling from private numbers and saying some very nasty things. So I set up this thing to just block those privates, and that may be your problem. We got Florida on the line. Let's check that out. Drive By Night Show, how are you?
Hey, I got through.
How's it going tonight?
I'm pretty good. I'm early. I'm early.
You are early, and I thank you. I'm dying out here. I'm trying to pull teeth to get somebody. I don't even, for some reason, I haven't saved your number by now. I'm saving it right now because I want to know when you're gonna call, and you are in there. How are things tonight?
So I had something super weird happen today. So Thursdays are my day off, right? And then so I like to sleep in on my day off, obviously. So so it was like probably around 9:30 this morning, and I hear like my doorbell ring, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's weird. And I see a sheriff at the door, and I'm like, oh, can I help? I got up real quick, got dressed, and I was like, can I help you? And then he was like, yeah, did you call 911?
Oh.
And I was like, no, I just woke up. And he's like, oh, well, we received a call from a number located at this address. And I said, no, I was sleeping. And he was like, well, does the last 4 of your number end in 3536? And I said, no, doesn't. And he's like, okay. He's like, you sure you don't need any help or anything? I said, no. It was super weird.
That is super weird, but maybe who knows where it originated from or came from. It may have been like next door or behind her. You know what I mean? But
it could be. Go ahead.
But I can see, maybe why they were asking you questions like that, because you may have had somebody in the house that was in trouble that you were, doing something nefarious to. And so I can see why they would ask some of those follow-up questions to kind of try and get a sense, if somebody else is like in the house.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it was just super weird, and I live in a cul-de-sac, so it could have been my next door neighbor, could have been anybody, It was just super weird, and it could have been somebody driving by the house. I don't know.
I suppose.
Yeah, super weird. I was nuts.
It is weird. It is weird, and I've never, I had the police knock on my door once, and I just answered the door, and they're like, "Are you, a certain name?" And I was like, "No." And I was like, "No." And they're like, "Thanks," and they just they walked away.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What's going on here?" Like,
they
didn't ask for my ID or anything.
Yeah, they don't tell you anything. It's just super weird, just not expecting it at all. And, I was thinking it could be one of my friends or something playing like a prank on me or something.
Right.
But I checked all the digits of the people that I would think would do something like that. nothing came up. It was 3536, and
Okay.
just super weird.
There you go.
But,
Well, yeah, that is super weird. Now, were you ready to wake up for the day, or did the sheriff wake you up prematurely?
well, so I was kind of just sitting. I had just woken up,
Yeah.
and I was about, like, I don't know. So I just laid in bed for like 10 minutes or so, and then it was just kind of I heard the doorbell ring, and I was about to get up anyway, so just kind of weird. Don't know. But yeah, I was ready. I was ready to get up and everything.
Okay.
But
So Thursdays are your days off, and then so what?
Yes.
Do you have to work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or something like that, or?
I'm Friday, Saturday.
Okay.
So
Well,
yeah, Friday.
That's a job. I mean, I've had to work a lot of weekends over the years too, but sometimes it's kind of nice to have an off day of the week.
Yeah, it's not bad. I'm off at 3:00 in the afternoon on Saturday, so it's not like my whole night is gone.
Yeah.
So it's just weird.
Yeah.
But other news, anything on my guy from New York?
No, I haven't heard from him yet tonight, and so yeah, you never know. You never know.
I'll have to stick around because I remember he said.
Okay.
I remember he said that he was going to call back this week, so I'll have to see if he has any questions.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Stick around, or check in later. Check in the chat. Who knows? I'm trying to make an effort to be more active in the chat.
So. Oh yeah, no, I mean I understand. Some of these, I love listening to these unnecessary people that just call and say something. Do you know who Candace is, or something like that? And I love those every once in a while.
Oh, I do too, and it would get to a point if all that stuff dries up. I would definitely miss it.
Yeah, I mean there'll be something else out.
There will. It'll move on to something else. I think that Candace gag is probably close to expiring anyway.
Yes, 100%. 100%.
Which is fine. I didn't think it was that clever to begin with. It really didn't make that much sense anyway. So
yeah,
I don't think we need to hold on to that one for too long.
No. But well, I'll stick in the chat. I'll let somebody else get their turn with calling, and
all right,
I'll stick around.
Fair enough. I appreciate it, and
no worries.
We'll see you soon.
I'll see you next week.
All right.
Perfect. Bye-bye.
See you. Okay, that was our good friend from Florida talking about how the sheriff woke him up early and thinking somebody from inside his house was calling 911. So that's kind of a weird feeling to wake up to. The chat is saying, how hot is it in Lincoln? I'm in Wahoo right now. Right now it says it's just a clean 100. But I was driving around about 5 hours ago, 3 this afternoon, and it got up to 106. Was the highest that I saw. Chat's saying that's a common scamming technique. Are you talking about the 911 thing? Tell me more about that. I don't really know about that scam. And then the chat's asking, are you doing Uber Eats? I'm not doing it right now. Probably be doing a little bit of that tomorrow. And are you in Washington, D.C.? No, I am not. Chat's saying, 402 represent. Absolutely. Right here with you. Chat is saying, hi, except, so the 6 unwanted this weekend on YouTube and TikTok. Okay. That's a podcast from a caller who checks in with the show. It's called The 6 Unwanted, and go give it a shot. It's a new podcast, and I'm highly interested to listen to a little bit. So thank you for the tip coming this weekend. Chat's asking, has Gorilla Guy called yet? No, it's a little early. Gorilla Guy usually calls later, and if he had called, we'd probably still be on the line. So look for Gorilla Guy later. He takes a week off every now and then, but he's usually pretty consistent. Chat's saying they salty over Candace. I'm not salty. over Candace. It's just dumb. I think it just needs to go away. What Lucky Duck song, I don't know, is your shirt from Slaw Bunnies? And if I knew what that was, I could answer the question. Asking it again. Oh, they gave Gorilla Guy shit last week for talking too long. Oh boy. All right. So maybe Gorilla Guy will not be checking in, or if he does, it'll be an abbreviated conversation. So there you go. That's pretty fun. Okay, caught up with the chat. So like I said, I'm gonna try and make a Slaw Bunnies nuts. I still don't get it. Kitty Diesel isn't here getting called out. Chat saying, yeah, he talked for too long. So not only are the co-workers at Gorilla Guy's place of employment saying they talk too long, the chat is also chiming in on the long talking as well. And there you go. Okay, we got Pennsylvania on the line. Drive By Night Show, how are you? Hello? Oh, what was that? I didn't hang up. They hung up. Was that a cough? Or was that a poor rendition of a burp? I couldn't quite tell. Either way, thank you for that call, Pennsylvania. You've contributed much to the show, and I'm sure everyone's going to be waiting every week for you to call back and replicate just that. Chat's saying hello, and then there's some smiley faces, and everyone's hanging out, and we're having a good time. We're trying to have a good time here tonight. This is the Drive By Night Show. And then Pennsylvania calls up and goes, or whatever that was. I can't even replicate that sound. Pennsylvania is the only one who can make that sound properly. Pennsylvania should get like a copyright on that sound and make sure that nobody can use it. Wait, what's going on here? It says, you didn't read my comment, all in caps. Drake, you gotta calm down. Slaw Bunnies nuts. How's that? I still don't get it, but I'm here for you. I read it for you. I hope you're happy now. And can we move on? Or you can explain it. I don't really care. Either one. I just don't know if I get... I don't know. I'm too slow for this stuff anymore. I can't keep up with it. But everything's okay. This is the Drive By Night Show. If anyone's curious, I don't know what this is all about. And we're just calling, waiting for that next amazing phone call. And maybe Pennsylvania will call us back and give us another rendition of that sound. Or somebody will call. But yeah, we'll just hang out here in the meantime, and we'll talk and fill the air and see how it all goes. And it looks like there's a fire truck right across the way, so I don't know what's going on there. Hope it's nothing too serious. And there you go. So what's on everyone's mind tonight? Just kind of hanging out, and we're just gonna sit this one through and see how it goes. Boy, it's gonna wear me out tonight if I gotta keep talking like this for another 2 hours and 36 minutes. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm glad to be here, and thank you, everyone. Anyway, the chat's, I'm caught up with the chat. There's the number, 402-853-8436. Feel free to call. Drive to the most dangerous part of your city. I could. It's not a very dangerous city. So what do you want me to do once I'm there? Just sit on the side of the road? Or, drive? Just tell me what you want me to do. Chat's saying, if you could make one book or movie a reality, what would you choose? I like that question a lot. And I wish I had like this answer, like right at the tip of my fingers here, because certainly there's got to be a book that I've read that I would love to be, boy, this is just such a great question. Have you, I got on this kick years ago, and I read every book by Tom Robbins. And there's a book that he has called Skinny Legs and All. And it's about, it's like a spoon and a fork and a can and a plate or something. And they like walk across America together. And then there's another story, and it ends up being like this weird restaurant on the night of the Super Bowl. And there's this big challenge or question whether you watch the Super Bowl or the Dance of the Seven Veils. Boy, I'm not explaining this well at all. It's just one of the most bizarre setups to anything I've ever read before, and the payoff is just fantastic. But I don't know how you'd make it into a movie. It'd have to be a really long one, I think. I love that question, though, and I want to keep thinking about it. Chat's saying you could do a mukbang, and I could go to Arby's. I could go to someplace that's doesn't close as early. Like Arby's is still open till 11. We can go somewhere that's still open that generally closes after 10, because I usually just go to those places after 10. Oh, Chat's saying the north side is scary. Okay. Yeah, parts of it, but there's parts that are really nice. So, I was trying to think about what is the scariest place in Lincoln. I have a couple ideas, but it's still just not that bad. Are you in a garage? The chat is asking. No, I am not. I'm kind of under an overpass, and I like to block the sun out. Otherwise, it blows this phone number, and then you can't see it. I think we got Pennsylvania trying again. Drive By Night Show, how are you? One more. Okay, this is good. Now, I was saying earlier after you hung up after the first one that this is your sound. I tried to replicate it, and I couldn't. So this needs to be, you need to get like a copyright for this sound, because I don't think anybody can do it quite like you. No. Well, that one's not as impressive. Give me that first sound again. That's pretty good. What would you call that sound? Maybe you can't answer. Maybe you only talk in this certain code. But there's got to be like a term for like that sound, a phrasing for it. We got to call it something. Okay. That's good. Anything else going on tonight? Okay. So when you think of, let's think of the Tax Act of 1837. When that was signed in as a bill, do you think it accomplished great things, or was it a bit underwhelming? Yeah, okay. Now, so let's move on to, I'm trying to look at like what's around me. Oh, what was that? That sounded like someone going upstairs or something. Oh, is everybody okay? Okay, I think that means everybody's. I'm starting to learn how to decode your, yeah. That means you're excited. Okay, good. I think we're getting this figured out. What's the sound when you're not happy? Okay. So now we're getting this stuff figured out. So now, let's try and like make up a sentence that let's just do something kind of simple. The sounds for you're happy, but then you're suddenly angry, and then you're okay with everything. Okay, this is great. The people are going to study this for centuries because we may be discovering a new form of communication that yes, yes, this is going places here. I'm already thinking of that Nobel Prize acceptance speech. I need to start writing when you and I are given the award next year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Very good. I can't thank you enough for your contributions this evening.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much. Okay. They hung up. That was actually perfect timing, because that phone call was kind of sort of starting to get to the point where it was like, maybe we don't need to do this for hours. But for the short time that it was, I loved it a lot. That was actually quite a bit of fun. Chat saying, go get a milkshake from McDonald's and say, hold the pickles when you order it. Well, that's pretty good. Go to Taco Bell and ask for the Travis Scott burrito. That's pretty good too. I wouldn't mind doing that. Chat saying Lincoln isn't bad at all. No, it's really not. If you go to some more or less every other city, Lincoln's pretty simple. You're like the low budget Dr. Fraser Crane. Thank you very much. I will take it. We got Tennessee on the line. Drive by Night Show. How are you?
Well,
What's going on tonight?
oh, not a whole lot. I was watching your TikTok there. I figured I'd say.
I appreciate you taking the time to call me tonight. What have you been up to today?
Oh, not a whole lot. Just worked a little bit.
I see.
I heard that other fellow's crazy story about a sheriff knocking at his door, and I figured I might share a crazy tale a couple days ago.
Let's hear it.
Well, I am a general manager for a restaurant, and, wild things are always happening, but something a little wild happened the other evening. I was up front counting the till at the front of the restaurant, and one of my employees, this was after hours, thankfully, one of my employees was heading out the door, and he turned about and said, hey, there's an accident up front. And I said, my goodness, I couldn't imagine it being anything too serious. We have a big street in front of the place there. And so I closed up the till, and I went up front, trying to hurry up there. And some fella had run right into my handicap pole.
Oh, no.
And just smashed it. It was something. Must be a new vehicle, younger fella, and I hollered at him, made sure he was okay. I did what I could, and made sure he's all right. Helped him out of the vehicle. Thing was smoking, and was going to catch a blaze. So I turned her off and set him on the sidewalk. It seemed like he was all right, but it was an awful wild occurrence. Must have been 5 foot away from the front doors.
Oh wow! So you're saying that pole or whatever that they hit could have stopped the car from going right into the restaurant?
Oh yeah, it stopped it. You couldn't believe how good that cement pole was.
Wow, that's crazy. So what did you ever find out like why it happened? Was there something wrong with the kid, or just like not a good driver, or going too fast?
Well, it was wild because it was after hours. There wasn't, thank goodness there wasn't nobody in the parking lot. When I pulled the kid out of the car, obviously make sure they can move the neck and all that. I'm not, a trained professional. Try to do your best, when you're doing that. But, you can smell a little bit on them. But thank God it was a newer vehicle and had plenty of airbags on.
Yeah, no, that's definitely key. So that's good. So it sounds like it's kind of like, kid's gonna end up with a couple of tickets, but nobody was hurt at least.
Yeah, it's a good thing,
Yeah, and maybe they'll learn a lesson and become a better driver. You know what I mean? We were all kind of boneheads when we were younger drivers, But fortunately we get better.
Hard lesson, certain, but I just figured I'd say hello.
I appreciate the call and the story. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, have a good night.
You as well.
Thank you. Okay, there was a story about working at a restaurant, and some kid just like ran into the handicap cement pole or block or whatever for no reason. So there you go. So thank you so much for the story, Tennessee caller. I really appreciate it. Chat's asking, what side of town are you on? If you're comfortable sharing, I'm just downtown right now, ish. You know, just hiding from the sun for a while. But I'll eventually drive around a little bit. Chat's saying, I'm so confused. What are you confused about, Jesse? Go get a milkshake from McDonald's and say, hold the pickles. Oh, you already said that. Chat's asking, what is your biggest regret? What's my biggest regret? It's a great question. And I'll try and think of that here. But first, we've got Dalton on the line. We'll see what's going on there. Drive-By Night Show. What's up?
Hello, what's up?
How are you tonight, Dalton?
Good.
Good. How's your live experiences been treating you?
Haven't had no one in my life.
Not a single one.
Just one or two.
Okay, I see. So how long were you like on there? Were you on there for a little bit and nobody was in it, so you're like screwed?
Yeah, I was on for 2 hours.
Well, you look at it this way, Dalton. I've got 73,000 followers on TikTok, and I've got 14 people in my live.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it really is a numbers game. So it kind of stands to reason if you have 1,000 followers, you're going to have one or none. Maybe get that number up there a little higher, and it'll increase your chances. There's just so many things to do, so many things to watch, so many people, places, whatever. You know, we are like on this entertainment overload right now.
Hey, when are you sitting my shirt out?
Oh, it's very soon. I promise.
You're stuttering.
I said very, very soon, Dalton. Look for it. What's today? What's it? It'll be there before July 1st. How's that?
Yeah, I don't really care if I get one or not. I just.
Okay, well, thanks a lot. But you're gonna get one anyway. And what's your plans for the 4th of July?
I'm probably going to go out to Aggieville.
Oh, and just get drunk?
Yeah, probably.
Watch fireworks?
Shoot some off.
Shoot some off. What do you do? Like bottle rockets?
No.
Oh, well, what do you like to shoot off?
Roman candles.
Roman candles. Have you ever had like a Roman candle duel with another human being?
Yes.
It's fun, right? It's harmless.
Yeah.
What's the worst that could happen?
If I sound like crap, it's because I feel like crap.
Oh, I'm sorry. What do you think's wrong?
I just have allergies.
Oh yeah, I understand. I got hit with those pretty good a couple weeks ago. So yeah, it's that time of year. It's just so hot. How hot is it in Manhappiness today?
Yesterday it was 104.
Yeah, I believe it. They call that oppressive Kansas heat.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what you been up to? What you had go?
I've been doing a lot of Lyft and Uber rides this week, which I hadn't been doing a lot of during the entire pandemic. So I kind of started up doing that quite a bit again, and it's been kind of exactly how it was before. But nobody's tipping, Dalton. I'll tell you that much. And it's kind of weird because it was really hard to get a ride there for a while, and now it's getting easier to get a ride, but nobody's throwing a little extra $1 or $2 on anything. I did 14 rides and I got 1 tip yesterday.
How much?
$2. Like, what's going on here?
I'll give you a 20.
I appreciate it, and I usually do that when I take rides from people. I tip them $10-20 every time. And it was like a thing but I was delivering food though, and I was making way more tips delivering food than driving people around. And
I was about to watch that Subway one that you posted.
Oh, all right, enjoy that. That was a nice little rant I did during the pandemic when I was bored, And
What was it about?
it's about that guy Jared that Subway had hired as their spokesperson, and then he ended up going to jail and gave Subway kind of a bad image for some
I'm
reason.
actually about to be probably working at a Subway.
Oh, is that true? Are you going to be
Yeah.
a sandwich artist?
No,
What are you going to do there?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It's if I get the job, I put the application.
I see. So are you're job hunting right now?
Yeah.
Is that the only application you've sent out?
No,
Where else have you applied?
Menards.
Okay. Save big money at Menards, they say.
Yeah.
Okay. Which would you be more excited about if you got like the offer tomorrow, Menards or Subway?
Menards.
Okay. What do you think you would do at Menards that would be more interesting?
I carry out.
You would carry out.
Like, if someone has, like, big boxes,
Uh-huh.
I'd help take it out to their car.
I see. That seems better than putting
And what-
mayonnaise on a bread.
The thing about that is the special perks you get from there is you basically get 2 paychecks. One you can spend in store,
Oh.
and the other one you get that goes in your pocket.
So they pay you in store credit?
Yeah,
Oh.
and then you get the same pay but twice.
So all right. So let's say you're making $12 an hour. You work 10 hours. They owe you $120.
So I'd get 240.
So they're gonna match your pay in store credit.
Yeah.
Do all Menards do that?
No, it's basically that's the discount. They don't do discounts.
They don't do discounts, but instead they do. So let's just say.
It's called PRD.
Say that one more time.
It's called PRD.
PRD. Okay. I don't know what the hell that is. But let's say you work a bunch of overtime. You're working, you get like $1,000 paycheck, a $2,000 paycheck. They're going to give you $2,000 cash and then $2,000 in store credit.
Yes.
I think I'm going to go get a job at Menards. I'm not joking around. That's crazy. I think you want that job over Subway because you can only eat so many of those sandwiches before you're going to hate yourself.
Yeah, because I'm not eating them.
You don't like Subway sandwich?
No. What I'm saying, I'm going to be making Subway sandwiches, but I'm not going to be able to eat them like they're going to be that delicious.
No, they're not that delicious. Anyway, what's your favorite sub sandwich place?
Subway.
Now wait a minute. You're telling me that Subway is the best?
I never had any others.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Except for Jimmy John's.
Oh, so you've had a Jimmy John's.
Yeah, but that Jimmy John's is nasty.
You didn't like it?
No.
Do you remember which sandwich you got?
Actually, wait a minute. I do remember one other one, but it starts with a P.
Starts with a P.
It's like Subway.
It's like Subway, and it starts with a P. Help me out, chat. Help us out, chat. What's going on here? What's a sub sandwich place like Subway that starts with a P?
I don't know if it starts with a P.
Oh.
I just know that it's basically just like Subway.
Okay. It might start with a Z then, is what you're saying.
No.
Oh.
I don't know.
Chat's saying Potbelly. Is it called Potbelly, Dalton?
No.
Okay, that's what the chat's saying. Fat Phillies. Is it called Fat Phillies?
Yes.
You're sure?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just agreeing with them.
What about Quiznos?
No.
No. You've got me all thrown off with this P thing because I'm trying to think of something.
I don't know where the P came
Okay.
from.
All right. What
be
about
honest.
what about DeBella's or Firehouse?
Firehouse. There we go.
Firehouse subs.
Yeah.
Is that the one?
Yep.
I
I did like that.
Phonetically, maybe they spell it Phire. House.
Nah.
Okay. So there you go. So all right. Well, Dalton, I'm very interested in.
That would sound like this Firehouse. Firehouse.
Well, I know. I'm just joking around. But I really hope you get the job at Menards because I want to hear about this employee thing. This store credit thing sounds fascinating to me. I want to learn more about it.
Okay.
Okay. Well, so I guess you got to keep me updated on this job hunt.
But most likely, I'm gonna get the Subway job.
You have a feeling?
Yeah. I talked to them today. I have an interview, which I don't have an interview for Menards.
Oh, I see. What did you turn in your applications at the same time?
No, I said not feeling good real lately, so I haven't actually talked to Menards. I put an application last month.
Oh, I see. So maybe that's not a great prospect then.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the phone is
I'd
just
love
blowing
to
up.
get the job.
Yeah. No, I would love for you to get the job because I want to hear all about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I got someone from Nevada and Texas that will not leave me alone. Which call should I take, Dalton? Nevada or Texas?
Nevada.
Okay. All right. Well, Texas, hanging up on Texas. Let's see if Nevada calls now.
Hey, so,
Oh, there's Nevada.
So,
There's Nevada.
Alright, I'll let you go then.
All right. See ya.
I'll call back.
Drive by Night Show. How are you?
You man, we ever gonna get married or what?
Yeah. Oh. Tell me more.
I was on here 2 Tuesdays ago, and you said we were gonna elope.
Oh, that's right. Now, well, I'm waiting for you to send me some sort of transportation. Like, how do I get to you?
I'll fly you out. I'll send you the ticket.
You'll send me the tickets. This is what I've been waiting for. And you could have very easily sent me a message about this. Maybe at this point, this is something you and I need to keep private and not necessarily air it out in front of all these people.
Oh my bad. I already told my cat,
I
think it's kind of out there.
You told your cat.
Yeah, I think it's already out there.
What's your cat's name?
Kitten.
Kitten. How many like other cats does Kitten know? Do you think?
She does a lot. She's pretty popular.
Okay. So do you think Catton's been spreading this gossip around?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So what do you think you and I should do? We should have just eloped last week. Now this is turning into too big of a deal at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad you called to remind me, because I God forbid I forgot about us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone watching, follow Prada2000 spelled out on Instagram.
Okay. And now you're gonna plug yourself on here.
Hey man,
I hear you know what? Say it one more time.
It's Prada2000, but it's like no spaces and it's spelled out.
Okay, Prada2000. And what could one expect to see on the Prada2000 Instagram page?
I don't have any posts, but
what the hell are we gonna follow you for then? You know you could post our wedding pictures.
Yeah, I definitely will. I definitely will.
That I guarantee you would get you some views and some likes and whatever that stuff is, you know. But why do you want people to follow you if you don't do anything?
I just want some followers, man.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna follow you for no reason.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. I gotta get Texas on my ass here. It will not quit calling. All right,
Goodbye.
call me again. Call me again. We'll see you. All right.
I got a question.
All right, Texas. What do you got?
Yeah, have you ever heard the term nigger?
Should have known better. This guy in Texas, this creep in Texas, called at least 400 times to do that. And it's like, if you're that hell bent on just calling like that, just so you can get that out and you get hung up, you can get blocked. And it's like, what are you proving to who? Who are you winning? Are you like high-fiving people now, walking around? You have a good feeling about yourself, a good sense of your purpose in life now? Are you fulfilled? All right, thanks so much. And now let's just get back to the chat, because now it looks like there's a lot of stuff going on in the chat. And yeah, we were talking about all the sandwiches. And then, but now, did I miss anything before that? Let's see here. Yeah, here we go. All right. There's another Texas. I'm not answering that right now. Sorry, your friend from Texas just ruined that for you. People rather listen to that guy bang on shit 4.3 minutes rather than Gorilla Guy hold a conversation. It's true. Hi from Southeast Alaska. Well, hello, right back at you. And can I have a shirt? Maybe. If you send me a message, maybe you can have one. Chat's saying, what in the heck is going on in here? It's a great question. Chat's saying, what are we talking about? Any certain topic? Pretty much. Chat's saying, what else is there to do at Subway? I don't know. I'm not answering that call, Texas. It's because the last person from Texas, ruined it, and I think it's like, buddy's like, I'm gonna call in and do that too. So sorry, this is by proxy. You got beat out by the last loser in Texas, and now you're just lumped together. I'm not answering it. And if you call again, I'm just gonna block your number too. So you gotta prove yourself in the chat. Say, hello, I'm the guy from Texas. I'll be cool. Otherwise, you're not getting an answer. I'm just sorry. I got to do it after that crap. Chat saying, working for the company dime. St. Peter don't take me. Chat loves Subway. They love Jersey Mike's. Okay, here's where we started talking about the names of the sandwiches. And we finally figured out that it was Firehouse subs that Dalton was talking about. And now they're saying Quiznos got bought out. Is that true? I haven't been to a Quiznos in a long time. And yeah, that's how you spell Firehouse. Firehouse. Firehouse with a P for the win. Absolutely. Okay, we got Nebraska on the line. Drive By Night Show, how are you?
Hello, hola.
Hola. Buenos tardes.
Hola, amigo. I want to order 3 bean, rice, and cheese burritos with carne asada and one without carne asada to go for Rafael.
Okay, that'll be $13.96.
Hola? I said 3 bean, rice, and cheese burritos with carne asada and one burrito without carne asada.
Yeah, it's still $13.96. How would you like
You
to
don't
pick?
have bean and cheese burritos?
We do have bean and cheese burritos.
Well, what kind of burritos do you have then?
We have bean and cheese burritos.
What do you mean? What kind of place is this?
I mean, it's the place you called.
You don't have.
No, we have. Yes.
Mi amigo said this is the best place in the city to get real homemade burrito.
I don't know if it's the best place. Maybe like the third best place.
No, I don't think he is mistaken. He would not make that up.
Well, I don't think he made it up at all. But if he said it's the best place,
Are you sure?
Yeah, he's wrong. If he said it's the best place, third best place.
Ay, caramba.
Do you still want the bean and cheese burritos?
You've been pranked by prankhotline.com.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. That's fun, and I like that. What's wrong with that? If you don't have anything to say, or better yet, you don't have anything remotely nice to say, first of all, just don't call at all. And if you still want to call, but you don't have anything to say, do one of these prank calls. There's nothing wrong with that at all. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. Everybody enjoys it. And you don't have to go to bed feeling like a miserable creep by doing that. You go to bed, you sleep just fine. You sit your head down on that pillow and you just fall right asleep because you're like, you know what? I wasn't a dick today. How good does that feel not to be a dick? Chat saying, I personally think I would enjoy working at Subway. At least the making sandwiches part. Chat saying, answer the damn phone. Not if you're from Texas. I wish Alabama, that was Minnesota, but they just hung up. Call again, Minnesota. Chat saying, I wish Alabama had a Menards. No Menards in Alabama. Should listen to some interview skills. Always helps. Okay. Chat saying, answer the Texas phone. No, Texas can go below itself. And in fact, let's get you out of here. Chat saying, my daughter just adopted a cat today. She named her Toast. Okay. Chat's saying, people gripe how long I talk, but this okay. LOL, dang. That is Prada. Oh, here we go. Prada 2000 at Instagram or whatever. I guess we're supposed to follow that for no reason because there's no content on there. But let's just follow it anyway. We got Pennsylvania on the line. Drive-by Night Show. How are you?
Yeah, this is Pete. How you doing?
I'm doing all right tonight. What's going on?
I'm just vibing, bro. How you doing?
I like it. I'm trying to vibe as well. Just doing my little talk show tonight. So what's on your mind?
Well, I'm trying to get drunk right now.
Okay. Well, what are you drinking? Let's start there.
You know.
Tito's?
Yeah.
Like straight or mixed?
Well, nah, I put it in some water and then I spray some Neo in there because I'm an alcoholic.
I understand. Well,
Yeah.
how many of those do you think you have to drink before you start catching a buzz?
Maybe one or two.
One or two, okay. And then you're going, but you're going to drink all night at this point.
Oh, yeah. I drink the blackout.
I understand. I mean, what other way to do is there? Now, do you ever mix in like beer, or is that just like a waste of time?
Yeah, that's just for pussies, bro.
I understand, man. So it's like, but do you then, after you're doing the Tito's in the water, you got to also kind of like take a shot or two on the side, right?
Well, eventually, yeah. So I mix it with the water. You know, I wean myself off that. So like maybe 3 or 4 in, it's just straight Tito.
Totally, man, totally. But that you're like drinking. I'm saying, do you ever actually take a physical shot glass? And because you know those shots can hit you like quicker because it's just so fast throughout your body.
Well, you know, I do go. I kind of take it easy on like Mondays, but it's yeah.
So closer you get to the weekend, the less water's in the glass.
Yeah. I mean, it just makes sense.
I understand. So Thursday night, hit it hard. Have a good one. Now, do you got to be up in the morning for anything?
I do, but I don't want to talk about it right now.
Okay, that's fair. Let's not talk about it because that might bring down the good time. Now, do you generally drink alone, or do you go out, or what's the scene like?
Well, see, I usually get started in my bed, right? And then I set up for blackout meet to decide where the night goes.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, do you have like regular spots that you like to go to, or just kind of see what happens?
I mean, I don't really know what happens. I just wake up, and that's the end of it.
Where's the like the strangest place you've ever woken up where you were really like, where the hell am I?
I woke up in a bathroom one time in Miami at the club.
Get out of here! And you don't live there.
No.
Well, tell me everything you remember about that night up until it's just gone.
Oh well, I was there. I went to Miami for my 21st birthday.
I see.
Yeah. I went to the club, right? So I was obviously on my Tito bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like giving this dude sloppy toppy in his penthouse, and then it was the club. And yeah, I think I took Molly or something.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The end of it for me.
So you woke up in the bathroom, or somebody woke you up in the bathroom?
No, I just woke up. The club was closed.
No way.
You know.
Were you like locked in there?
No. No, I just like walked out, but yeah.
but there was nobody else in the club at the time?
I mean, honestly, I don't know. I think I have amnesia though. Like the mom really had me feeling some type of way.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Well, there you go. So you know, a lot of people are talking about how they started drinking more during the pandemic, you know, than they've been drinking in recent years. But it sounds like you've just kind of been on this streamline for a while.
Oh yeah, I've been an absolute mess my entire life. This is like a small hiccup in the road, just a slight inconvenience for me. If anything, I'm thriving.
Okay, good. I mean, I'm glad to hear that, and I hope everything's going okay. And there you go. Do you like your life?
Yeah, I love it though.
Good. And that's all I need to hear. And a lot of people be worried about you and say you're drinking too much and you're going to hurt yourself and you're, you know. And I'm like, you know what? If you like your life, you're happy with your life, then more power to you.
I mean, it could be worse, you know.
It could be a lot worse. You could hate everything. You could be stone sober and be a miserable human being. And there's a lot of people like that out there.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's all relative to me. But, you know, I don't get hung up on things like that. Like, oh, you've got a problem. It's like, no, maybe you've got the problem.
Wow.
So this is it, isn't it?
This is it, my guy.
Okay. Well, anything else you want to chat about tonight?
Nah, I gotta get back to my Tito.
Okay, I get it, and yeah, have a good one. Thank you for calling.
You too.
All right, we'll see you. Okay, I had a call from Pennsylvania, drinking a lot of Tito's, and may have woken up in a Miami nightclub restroom once. I thought for a second it was like, no, wait, you're calling me from Pennsylvania. How'd you end up in a Miami bathroom? We got Minnesota on the line. Drive-By Night Show. How are you? Minnesota's out of there. They didn't win any of that. Chat saying, spelt just like that. What is wrong with the Texas guy? So sad. Yeah, what is wrong with the Texas guy? Minnesota's trying again. Drive-By Night Show. How are you? What's going on, Minnesota? You just hung up twice. What's the deal there? Last chance, Minnesota, or you're blocked. Say something or you're out of here. But say something nice. Yes, Minnesota? Yes? What do you got?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's...
Sorry, I've been trying to call, and every time I call, it, like, doesn't work for some reason. It, like, right as you click, I hear you say, I'm watching your live on TikTok, and I hear you say every time oh, Minnesota, and then it just goes away and it hangs up on my phone.
Well, it's
So I don't know
weird.
what that was about.
I don't know what that's about either. I apologize, but you know the live feed is on like a weird little delay. So maybe we were getting
Yeah, it
our
totally is.
you know, we're getting our wires crossed that way or whatever. But I don't know because
Mhm.
I would answer it and then it would just hang up for some reason. So either
I
way,
think it was waiting too long, and then it was just the end of the call, and
yeah.
by the time you got to it, it was done, so I'd keep calling, but
No,
we're here now.
we're
How's your night going?
we're here now exactly, and my night's going great. Having a really good time
Great.
tonight. How about yourself?
I'm having a pretty good night, you know?
Good.
I'm having a pretty good night.
Well, what are you up to?
Mhm.
What are you up to then?
Not much right now. I was just talking to a friend,
Okay.
but on the phone just a little bit ago. Now I'm just kind of hanging out.
Okay. Good.
Not much.
Good. So it's Thursday night. Now, do you have big plans for the weekend? Big plans for the 4th of July? What's your calendar looking like?
Oh, no big plans for the 4th of July. I was gonna go visit a friend. I'm in Minnesota, as you obviously noticed.
Uh-huh.
And I got a friend in Colorado. I was gonna go visit for the 4th of July, but that didn't work out. I'm gonna go visit her sooner than that, though. But
Now,
other than going to see my friend, I think it's next weekend. I got nothing on my calendar.
okay. Now, will
Got
you
nothing.
drive from Minnesota to Colorado?
What do I drive from Minnesota?
Well, no. Do you drive or take a plane when you go
Would
to
I?
Colorado?
Oh, I take a plane.
Yeah.
I share a car with someone else,
Okay.
so I can't take that away from them for
Yeah.
a whole weekend.
Yeah. No,
So I take a plane.
okay. That's fair. I was just curious. I was like, yeah, you know, you could do that drive, but it does have some length to it.
Yeah, I think it's about 12 hours. I helped my friend move out there a few months ago.
Yeah.
That was a long drive.
It is a long drive. Absolutely. Well, there you go. Well, that sounds like something fun. Now, I had some family, from some very small towns in Minnesota, a place called Red Wing. Have you ever heard of that?
Mm-hmm. Heard of Red Wing. I've been there a few times.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
That was like when I was a kid, that was a fun little like vacation spot, I guess you could say, for me and my family. I'm from the Twin Cities,
Okay.
but we couldn't we can't afford vacations or anything. We couldn't do the Florida trips my friends did.
Yeah.
But we would go to Red Wing every year, and we'd go
Okay.
stay in a hotel there, and that was great. I loved that. It's so beautiful out there.
It is beautiful. So yeah, no,
Mhm.
I had some family in that area and other areas, but I think at this point, because I believe it was my ancestors, my great grandparents in the early 1900s, 1906, I don't know, came to Minnesota, and then
Yeah.
at this point, I no longer have any living relatives in Minnesota anymore. They're all dead
Oh.
or gone.
Have you spent any time in Minnesota then, or have you
Yeah, yeah, we
not?
used to
Yeah.
we used to go there every summer to visit my dad's side of the family because most of them lived there. So we
Nice.
we
And
yeah.
it was Red Wing you went to?
Red Wing was one of the few places that we went to. It's just kind of the one I think I remember the most because the others were just very, very small towns, like just farming communities and stuff like
Yeah.
that. You know, so they just
All
didn't.
right, that's awesome.
Yeah, they just didn't have that much character to them. But yeah, but I haven't been in a while. I think it's been maybe 4 or 5 years since I've been, and kind of like I said, there's just nobody left anymore. So I don't know.
Mhm. Yep. I used to visit Illinois. I can't even remember what the towns were that I would visit there, but I had family in Illinois. But I haven't been in probably 5 years because they're all gone now, and I have
I know it's
no reason really left to visit.
it kind of gets to that place. It's kind of sad because it's like
It does. It is.
It's like
Yep.
well, there's really no point for me to go there anymore. Unless I want to go to the cemetery, you know, or just drive by an old house that they used to live in. But other than that, it's kind of like, well, what's the point?
You got no one to visit, so what's the point?
Yeah.
I
So,
get that.
I know it's
Mhm.
It's strange though. It feels kind of weird because it was always something there that was there from when I was very young.
Yeah, I totally get that. That was the same for me with my family in Illinois. I would go there when I was young with my dad and sister, and I would take these road trips. It was like a 8-hour road trip to visit my family in Illinois. They were the best. But I was a kid, so I hated road trips. I was always like, "Are we there yet?" And I was always that kid asking that.
Yeah.
But looking back now, I loved that. I loved that time with my family and those road trips with my dad and my sister. Those were great. And I really do miss it now that they're all gone and I don't do that anymore. But
it's true.
And it's sad to look back on, but good memories at least.
I agree, and the road trips were always fun at kind of a glance and a distance, and it literally is just being stuck in that car that's the hardest part of it, but once
totally.
you're somewhere, then yeah, it's fun and you enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
But it's something just about, I don't know, so maybe someday we'll have ways to get places quicker. Who knows?
Maybe someday we'll catch up to Asia and get those fast trains that they have. I don't even know what they're called, the
bullet trains.
Yeah, that's it. The bullet trains they have. Maybe we'll get those eventually.
That would be awesome. It would be so cool if you could just be 8 hours away in a couple hours. That'd be great.
That would be so nice. It would be so convenient.
I agree. So I think it's got to be in the works.
Yeah, probably is. Yeah.
All right. Well, cool. Well, thank you so much for calling tonight.
Yeah, for sure. I've always watched your lives on TikTok all the time, and
all right.
I love keeping up on them. It's really entertaining for me and keeps my night interesting to watch your lives and watch you talk to all these people.
Good.
I just gotta say, I love how you don't hate the prank calls. They're fun to come in sometimes. I work at a coffee shop and we get prank calls all the time.
Yeah.
And I love taking them because they're just kind of something fun to mix up the day.
I agree.
Fun as long
as
they're not bad.
Right. There's a line you can cross, but if it's just a prank call, just being a goof, then if you start hating on stuff like that, then you're just that old crabby teacher or that old crabby person that you couldn't stand growing up that just hated all sorts of fun, and what's the point of that?
Yeah, for sure.
So
when they're fun, and it's nice to see those sometimes. But
I agree.
All right, it was great talking to you.
You as well. Thank you so much for the call.
All right. Have a great night, man.
You too. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Okay, long-time listener from Minnesota. Thank you so much for calling. I just love that a lot. That you've watched and then you decided, you know what, it's my turn. I'm going to call in and talking about, there is a place for prank calls, and you can't sit around and be like, put your stupid number up here and not expect to get some prank calls. So I expect them. I want them. I like them. Just don't be a dick. But yeah, but be funny, be crude, be crass, be all of those things, and we can have it, and it's not that big of a deal. All right, we got Missouri on the line. Drive By Night Show. How are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing all right tonight. Thanks so much for calling.
Yeah, I never seen the live TV.
Oh, well, so this is your first time seeing this at all? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Are you still there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you well. Thank you so much. So you've never seen this show before?
No.
I love it.
Through on my TikTok and just saw you were on.
I love it. This is the Drive By Night Show. It's a 3-hour call-in talk show, and we can really talk about whatever you want. So now that you're here, what would you like to talk about?
NFL team?
My favorite NFL team, the New York Giants.
The Giants?
Yeah.
I got a buddy at work that loves the Giants,
okay.
And I'm sorry to say that he's kind of we're kind of teasing him because they're not doing so well.
No.
You think they're going to be a little bit better this year?
Maybe, and they haven't been doing well for a while. but it's all ebbs and flows probably with most people's teams, you know, and there's always down years, peaks and valleys. So who's your team?
Well, I live in Kansas City, Missouri, so
Oh.
I'm a big Chiefs fan.
For sure. So congratulations on Super Bowl a couple years ago, and you know you got there again. That was just a tough game this past year.
Yeah, always. I you know, we recently suffered our losses, and you know, being a Chiefs fan for so long, we've lost a lot of years. So it's kind of nice to be, you know, kind of favored to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know, so it's hard to get used to.
No, for sure. You know, and I grew up, and I still live. Like I just live a few hours away. So the Chiefs are the closest pro team to where I live. So you can imagine a lot of people around this area love the Chiefs and drive to the games and whatever. So I always feel like connected to the Chiefs around here because it's just the closest pro team.
Oh yeah, and it's a good team too, because I mean, like, even everybody around, like, not just Kansas City, like when St. Louis's team left, I mean, like, we all kind of welcome with open arms, like, you know what, come cheer for the Chiefs, you know. And
you're right.
So
the
fan base is always good.
Yeah, and there's nothing nearby either. Like,
No.
there is like no other football team remotely close. What do you think's closest? Like the Cowboys?
Unfortunately, I think Denver is closer, isn't it?
I mean, Denver would still be a good. Isn't that a good 9 hours or so?
Yeah, and I just went to San Antonio, Texas, and that was like a good 14, 15 trip. So Dallas, I think, was a little closer. I think it's about the same distance, about 9-10 hours.
Might be about the same. But isn't that kind of amazing when you think about it, that the next closest pro team is 9 hours away or more?
Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
Oh,
So
yeah,
it's weird. So you can imagine there is a lot of Chiefs fans in that region, like that in between area where there just isn't anything.
Yeah, and if there wasn't, once they won the Super Bowl, that kind of upped, you know, Chiefs Kingdom, I think. A lot of people jumped on board.
It did, and you'll get that when a team wins it. You'll get brand new fans overnight all of a sudden. But we'll see if they're still hanging around in 10 years, you know.
Exactly. And what was kind of nice is when they won the Super Bowl, it was on February 5th, and that was my birthday. So it was kind of like they threw me a parade for my birthday. So that was kind of.
I like it. That's awesome. That's awesome. Now I remember going to Arrowhead Stadium and seeing Christian Okoye play.
Running back, yeah.
He was amazing, and it would have been probably, I want to say 1990, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was kind of in his prime and just blowing people over, and it was a lot of fun. But you know,
what's kind of funny, like you say, 1990 is I actually became a Chiefs fan right around 8 or 9 years old. I was actually living in Landstuhl, Germany, right outside of Ramstein, Germany.
Yeah.
And the big thing was to get the big NFL feather down coat. And we went to the store, and
oh yeah,
you know, they're expensive at the time. So
I remember kids having those.
Yeah, and I got the Chiefs one, and my brother got the Raiders one. And ever since then, it's been like kind of
that rivalry. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Well, but you know, the Raiders in that time period too were a lot bigger of a deal with you know the Bo Jackson years, you know, there, and the Raiders were just sort of that team that everybody was walking around with Raiders gear in the 80s and 90s, you know.
Yeah, when I first moved to Kansas City, it was Rich Gannon was the quarterback.
Yep.
And so I kind of jumped in on that kind of the downslide because once Rich Gannon went to the Raiders, it kind of went downhill. But I did get to actually, you know, get to see Derek Thomas play, and I actually went to his funeral because I moved to Kansas City it was a few years before he died, but I was here when it happened, and my brother got an accident the same day, and we actually went to his viewing at the stadium. It was crazy.
I bet it was crazy. He was an amazing player, but yeah, I'm sure that was a really interesting experience that day.
Yeah, my wife just walked in. She was like, "Who are you talking to?"
Who are you talking to? It's like, well, I could try and explain it, but it probably wouldn't make a whole lot of sense.
It wouldn't. When I get back off here, I'll have to jump back on so you can see.
Yeah, just show it to her. It'll make more sense then, you know. It's easier to see than talk about it.
I think she's getting tired of me. I've actually been off work since like April 28th.
I understand.
I work at the Ford plant up here, and we go back Monday, so it's going to be totally different.
well, good deal. Are you excited about getting back to work then?
Well, our plant doesn't have AC in it, so I'm really not.
Never mind. It's going to suck.
I still got to wear the mask, and the ovens are above me, so one year during the summer, my forklift driver took a reading in there, and it was about 138 degrees. So
yeah.
I'm not looking forward to that.
No, and Kansas City gets hot too, man. So yeah.
Humid, so humid. You can't breathe.
I understand, and I've been there a ton of times. It's a great city, you know, but that sounds like, Monday might be rough.
Yeah, definitely. But like I said, it was good talking to you, man. And I like what you're doing, and I had to listen and watch more. I followed you, so we had to kind of keep track and.
Cool.
I have to definitely give you a ring here and there.
Thank you. I appreciate the call, and have a good night. Go Chiefs.
You, brother, too. Thank you.
All right, we'll see you. Okay. The first time saw it, Kansas City, and nice human being, and I enjoyed the conversation. So thank you very much for that. Chat saying, "What's up from Kansas City, Missouri?" Maybe that was the guy that just talked to me. Chat saying, "Love the burrito guy." Chiefs, I love Menards. You in Nebraska? Just asking because the 402. I am in Nebraska. Interview skills for the Subway fellow. Not getting a call back after so long, not a good sign. I agree, but I think it was the Menards that was like a month ago, and the Subway seemed like a better prospect. Chat saying, that's my brother. LOL, I think the Tito's guy might be an alcoholic. Maybe. But, it takes all kinds for the world to keep spinning. And there you go. Is this like Taxi Cab Confessions? LOL. This isn't, but my page, if you go look at that, all the rides, that's exactly like Taxi Cab Confessions. I started eating more during the pandemic. I think we all did. I think we all did something more during the pandemic. That's kind of an interesting poll. What did you end up doing more during the pandemic? Chat saying, I for sure drank more. I did as well. Guilty. And dang, what is that guy behind your car doing? He was putting a scooter back. They got like electric scooters all over the place, and he was just dumping it off. I actually know what you're talking about. I caught him too, and was kind of like, what's he doing? I missed it. What was the guy behind him doing? Yeah, there you go, putting the scooter back. Where are you from? All the rides. I'm from Nebraska. There you go. Do you need a moderator? I might. Maybe. Let's see. He's busy on the phone. You can be his assistant while he's busy. No doubt. Teleportation. I'm waiting for teleportation. I've been watching Star Trek for a long time, and we need to get those transporters and teleporters and whatever. Now, how do you feel about Kansas? Are you asking me? Kansas is okay. I lived in Lawrence, Kansas years ago, and I really didn't care for it there, and I was happy to leave. I lived there for 5 months, but I love Kansas City, more on the Missouri side, and I think Kansas City, Missouri is a great city. If you've never been, you should go check it out. Well, let's go drive around a little bit. The sun has gone down, so I can get out of this, wherever the heck I am, this overpass blocking the sun, and we can kind of go for a little drive. Where should we drive to? This is the Drive by Night Show. Phone line is open, 402-853-8436. If you're curious about past episodes, just go to YouTube at All the Rides, and you'll find them there. If you prefer to listen to the show in podcast form, just go to your favorite provider and simply search Drive by Night Show, and this thing will pop up. Until then, yeah, call it the number 402-853-8436. And what else would you like? Okay, so I think I'm back.
Okay.
There you go. I don't think anybody's listening to us right now.
Yeah.
But how are you?
Good, you?
I'm doing all right, man. I was doing great, and then so I always put my phone on do not disturb, because if people try and call, or notifications on my main phone that I'm doing the live on, it can disrupt it. But for some reason, somebody called on my main phone, and it popped up even on the do not disturb, and it just threw everything out of balance.
Okay.
So I'm frustrated.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I hear you.
So now, but we're back. Yeah. People are starting to come back in, I think, a little bit.
Okay.
And so it's awesome. So what's on your mind tonight?
Oh, just calling in. I've actually been watching you for, it's been a good minute, probably 3-4 months maybe.
Okay.
On your live.
I love it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Just hit you up. You're a DoorDasher?
Yeah, I am.
Actually, you know what? Today I went on my first dash, and because we were slow here, I didn't get a dash. It was slow. I just recently signed up. Actually, just signed up yesterday. I try it out in my city here.
Okay.
I just signed up for Amazon Plex. So I'm waiting on my background check and my license to be, I guess because the picture wasn't good or something, so it's in in progress or something. I don't know.
Sure. So how many hours did you have the DoorDash on then for?
I just started, bro.
No, I understand, but you said you turned it on and you didn't get a delivery?
Oh yeah, because it said, I went on there and it said because the question was, well, why am I not getting any deliveries? Because it said because the area is slow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A small town,
No, I get it, and sometimes
But right now my tone is booming because it's later. Yeah, I can get out there and do some DoorDash, but I've already had some adult beverages, man.
Oh, I understand.
I already had some drink. Yeah.
I totally understand. Yeah, when I'll do it, I'll get up and I'll usually try and do it between 10:30 and maybe 2:30 or 3. It's pretty decent. Okay. And then later on, usually about 6 o'clock till 10 o'clock.
Okay.
And there's just kind of that dead spot from 2:30 till 6, and there's still a few here and there, but there's just not that much going on. So.
Yeah. But if I go southwest from here, right now, I could drive a half hour or so and just make money, because right now they're busy, very, very busy in different areas. Actually, I'm in Michigan.
Uh-huh.
But they're very, very busy. If I wanted to go out right now, but of course I'm not. But also I drive for Domino's Pizza.
Oh, okay.
I'm a driver.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But it's nice. It's nice just be able to have a car and an app and just kind of go out and make money whenever you want,
I hear you. And actually, what I like about it, DoorDash or Grubhub, whatever other platforms, got to go back and wash dishes at Domino's, man, or answer phones.
That I agree. I agree. I remember working at a pizza place years ago, and I delivered pizzas and whatnot. But in between deliveries, when there wasn't anything to do, they're like, "Well, why don't you go grease the pans? Why don't you go wash the dishes?" And I'm like, I'm the delivery driver. I'm not washing the dishes. And they're like, "Yeah." They're like, "Yeah, you are."
That's part of our job, man. Unfortunately, wash dishes.
Yeah.
Prep at Domino's is a little different. The driver would actually prep
food, the bacon, mushrooms, all that.
Yeah.
Well, and pizza, actually, I delivered for Pizza Hut in Georgia years ago for like almost 3 years, and the cooks did all that.
Oh, yeah.
Drivers just wash dishes and just basically answer phones and make the deliveries, of course. Hey, am I on your live right now?
Yeah, you're going, and we got a little audience here, so everything's great.
Gotcha. All right, sounds good.
It is
absolutely
good. It is good. Well, I appreciate you watching the show and deciding to call for the first time.
Yeah, just like I said, I watched you for a good minute, and just after having some beer or some drinks, whatever, I'm gonna call this guy. I like you, man. I like your style, man.
Thank you, man. I like your style also, and that's the way to do it. Just get a couple drinks, and then who cares?
Absolutely, man.
I'll call.
Who the hell cares?
Who cares? What's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Well, hey, I'll hit you up some other time and see y'all later. They're TikTokers.
All right. Thanks, buddy. We'll talk to you later.
Yep. Have a good night.
All right. We'll see you.
Yeah. Bye.
Okay. So there was a caller from, I thought it said Georgia, but then he said he was in Michigan, and then a long-time listener, first-time caller, just had to have a couple drinks, and then it doesn't even matter. So I apologize if the chat got all frozen up. I don't know what was going on. Somebody called me on my main phone, and it screwed everything up. And then the TikTok app was like, the app is not responding. Do you want to wait or close the app? And I was like, I don't know what to do. And I could just see my frozen face on there, and it was stressing me out. So I had to close the thing, and then I had to start a new one again. So I don't know what this is really going to do as far as, I just don't know. The cool thing is I am an editor. I'm a professional editor, and I'll be able to stitch both of the pieces together, and it'll make one seamless show. And you can watch that on YouTube at All the Rides. And it'll be good for the podcast as well. The chat was saying your camera is inverted. Thank you, Dan. Because I had to start a new one, and I forgot to flip that bitch. And we got Missouri on the line. Drive By Night Show, how are you? And Missouri just out of there. All right, see you, Missouri. And then I saw Indiana pop up there, and I took Missouri's call instead. So I'm sorry, Indiana. If you see or you hear this, please call me, Indiana. I'd love to speak with you. Chat saying, you're a really cool guy. Thank you, Dan. I think you're cool as well. And another chat saying, what's going on? And I think since I started a new live here, that we're getting a whole new pool. So maybe that's the key. Maybe you just start a live, let it go for an hour, end it, start another live, let it go, end it, and then you get to keep jumping into that new pool of FYPs, and you never know what happens. Chat's saying Jesus loves you. Well, thank you very much. And now the chat's saying, what happens if I call the number? Well, what happens is I will answer the phone. I will say, Drive By Night Show, how are you? And then we'll talk about whatever we end up talking about. It's kind of just a cool, organic, laid-back thing, and we kind of just see where the conversations go. Chat's saying it's fun. He talks to you. Exactly. That's really all it is. It's nothing more complicated than that. Here comes Florida, and maybe this will give you an example of what the show is, I hope. Drive By Night Show, how are you?
Hey, it's Doggy Man.
Hey, there it is. So it's going good. Somebody in the chat was saying, like, well, what happens if I call the phone number? And now you're giving the perfect example of what happens when you call the phone number.
Interesting. I haven't talked to you. I don't think I called last week.
No,
I forgot now.
It's all good. What's been going on?
I missed you, buddy.
Likewise.
I'm just excited to go trucking soon. You know, each week that goes by is a closer week. I'm about to go trucking.
Okay. So what's our deadline or ETA looking like now?
We're looking at July 15th. That's the
month.
deadline for when we're gonna go. Yeah,
about a month. And then where's the first trip taking us?
We're gonna go to Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I gotta pick up the truck.
Okay.
And the good thing about this is I made a post on TikTok saying I want 1,000 followers so I can go live, and I only had 200.
Yeah.
And boom, I hit it, man.
No shit. So are you gonna go live in the rig?
Yeah, I hope you can watch when I go live. It'll be fun.
Where are you driving it then from Chicago?
Everywhere, all states, California, you name it, I'm going, buddy.
Well, if you ever get on the Big 80 and you drive through the middle of America on Interstate 80, you're gonna go right through me.
Cool, man.
And you know, and maybe we do some little road show or something.
Hey, maybe we meet up. Who knows?
I agree. I think you know, who knows?
I'll have my buddy with me.
Okay, I like it. Well, good deal. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
I do know you're talking about, and that's a great travel companion, I believe.
Yeah, exactly. And we're both looking forward to it because we both are getting sick of normal jobs, waking up, going to work. We just want to be able to wake up and just start driving.
Just drive. It's the worst.
It's awesome.
It is awesome. Nothing worse than having to wake up and go someplace that you can't stand going to, and then you have to be there at a specific time as well, and it's just the worst. So get out on the road.
That's why you have a good job doing Uber and Lyft.
Yeah, because I haven't set an alarm clock in like 7 years. You know. Guess what happens?
Funny.
Guess what happens if I don't wake up until 2:00 tomorrow afternoon?
It don't matter.
It doesn't matter at all. So, I
love it, man.
Yeah, life's not perfect, but my life's better than it used to be because I quit getting up and going to jobs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I work for a temp agency right now, and they give me jobs to go to every other day.
Yeah.
And it's just a struggle, but I just have to fix my license real quick. That's what I'm saving up for. It costs $550 to fix it.
Okay.
Because I went to a CRST.
Yeah.
And I walked out on the drug test because I didn't want the job. They lied about their pay.
Oh no.
So, yeah, they said 70 cents a mile. I got them to like 39 cents a mile.
Oh, dude, that's
tried me big time.
That's like almost half.
Yeah, exactly.
39's not cutting it.
No, not at all. And then the worst part is I walked out on the drug screen, so they marked it as a failed. So not only did I not want the job, then they ruined my whole career. So that was 6 months ago, and I'm trying to fight back now.
Okay. Well, keep up the fight. It sounds like you're getting closer.
Yeah, I am. I'm already with the. It's called the SAP program.
Yeah.
That's what it's just called, and I'm almost done completing it.
Good.
So,
I had a job once that wanted to drug test my armpit hair.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like they wanted to go full on hair test, which can, I think it can go back 6 months or more on, and
oh yeah, for sure.
And it's like it's some of that stuff that would naturally just, you pee it out, and in a month or whatever, like it's still like hung up like in hair follicles. It's crazy.
You're basically screwed if they get it from there, because that hair's been there for a long time.
Well, it's like an armpit hair, like it just sits there. I'm not trimming it. It's not growing. It's just sitting there. You're right. It's been there for a very long time.
My point.
So, there you go.
I went on vacation to Michigan. I remember I mentioned it last time, but I got hooked up the second day I was there with the girl, which was pretty cool because I didn't know it was that easy. So that was exciting.
Okay, well, awesome, man. So did it sort of broke your maybe
the dry spell.
Well, I think a lot of people have been in a dry spell the last year.
Mm.
You know, perhaps we can at least blame it.
Perhaps you're right.
You know, maybe if it wasn't the last year, we can at least blame it on the last year. I don't know.
Because of COVID, maybe.
Yeah, like you can't go meet people. Like who are you meeting the last year?
I know. I got lucky.
Yeah. So you did.
That was pretty exciting. That was pretty exciting. I just had to say it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, congrats. That sounds like fun. I'm jealous because like that's fun. I haven't had a fun little encounter like that in a while. It's fun.
Yeah, it was like 2 weeks ago now.
Okay, all right, I like it.
I just think I missed last week calling you, so I just wanted to call this week. I'm not even sure what to say because I didn't go trucking yet, but once I go trucking, I'll have a lot of cool updates and stuff like that.
All right, sounds good. I look forward to it.
All right, buddy.
Okay. Well,
take care, buddy.
Yeah, have a good one. Thanks for calling.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll see you. Okay, our good friend getting back on the road, and I look forward to lots of tales and adventure going down there. Chat is saying fish can drown if they swim backwards. Fish can drown if they swim backwards. We got Georgia on the line. Drive By Night Show. How are you?
Great. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing all right tonight. Thanks so much for calling.
Yes, sir. Just saw it on TikTok and I was checking it out.
I like it, and
I get a follow on there.
Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. What do you make videos on TikTok?
No, I do not, but I do have a music page that I run. I shout out the artists and that sort of thing.
Please do.
It's ETB Official 1.
Okay.
And that's it, man. It's on TikTok.
That's on TikTok. So the letters ETB Official 1.
C. And then cat.
I'm sorry. ETC.
No, CTB.
CTB. I'm gonna screw this up. CTB Official 1.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I like it. I like it. Now, if one were to go to CTB Official 1, what kind of music would they hear?
They're gonna hear rap music, man. That's what it is.
Now, is this your particular rap music, or are you just like promoting other people's?
I get paid to promote an artist.
Okay. How many artists do you manage them? Is that the right word?
Yes, sir. Right now, I got one. I've worked with plenty.
Okay. Now, are you gearing back up to start to go like on tours or?
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm getting at. So,
okay.
I'm also a DJ, and
nice.
We're picking up clubs out in LA coming up here, and we're gonna be out there a lot.
I like it.
Florida, Club La Viva, one of the world's biggest nightclubs. They shut it down actually, so they tore it down. So that's no longer a club that's available.
Oh wow, that was in Los Angeles?
No, sir, that was in Panama City Beach, Florida. It held the record for the world's biggest nightclub.
Oh wow.
Had a pool that was like 1.5 miles long.
Oh shit, man, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, the wet T-shirt contest, man. They were always.
I bet. So that place is gone, and so we lost a little bit of America there.
Yeah, just a little bit, man.
Yeah.
Kind of hurt my pride, honestly.
Yeah, no, I
spent money in that place.
Yeah, that sounds great. So where would be the next biggest or best club, would you say?
And right now I'm trying to pick up shows around South Carolina and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's still pretty hard. Florida's really the only state that's trying to getting back into full swing club,
yeah,
no mat, no social distance, something like that.
So Florida's wide open, is what you're saying, and the rest of the states are still a little, we're not quite sure.
Yeah, they're still working on it, man. I think Georgia's back open, but honestly, it just depends on the city that you're in.
That's true. Every city's got their own little mandates and whatever going on. So I totally understand that. But no, it's got to feel good though. At least you can start to see like, all right, we're getting closer to this. Now, how long would you say you've been in the music business?
We've been going now for 10 years, yes.
Okay.
We actually we made music for 3 years, and just never really went anywhere. Picked up some clubs, but it was mainly like venues and stuff in small little secluded towns. I mean, we made money. We survived, but
yeah. Well, and then the call just ended. So I don't know what happened. If you want to call back and finish that call, my friend, you go right ahead. I don't know what happened, but I'll give you one last shout out anyway. That was CTB Official 1 on TikTok, and go check it out because that was a cool person, and I appreciate the phone call. We got Indiana on the line. Drive By Night Show. How are you?
Hello, this is Bob Haynes from the Body Shop of America.
Bob.
And we are confirming your purchase on a 12-inch dildo.
Okay. Well, Bob Haynes from, where did you say you were from again, Mr. Haynes?
From the Adult Body Shop.
It's called the Adult Body Shop.
Yes.
Now, where's the Adult Body Shop located?
It is located in Louisiana.
Louisiana. Okay. So there's a physical store, or is there an online store as well?
Yes, sir.
Now, where did I make this particular purchase?
Online on xxxadultbodyshop.com.
I see. So you've got the proof of payment, and did the payment go through okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then you have my shipping address.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what's the question that you have for me then?
I'm just confirming your purchase.
Oh, you're confirming the purchase. Well, you said 12 inches. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, maybe the website was a little unclear. Are there any other, maybe a larger size available?
We got the 2 foot.
Wait, so double, so 24 inches.
Yeah.
Then that might be a little. We got anything in between?
I've gotten a 16-inch.
16. Maybe just to be safe, if it's okay with you, and not too late. If maybe the order hasn't completely gone through yet because you're still confirming it. Maybe we do a 12 and a 16, and then I can, make up my mind.
Okay, sir. Would you like oils with that for $12.99 off?
I get $12.99 off.
Yes, sir. It's a good deal.
Let's do it then. Let's do it.
Okay.
Anything else I need to do?
No, sir.
So when can I expect shipment?
On around Tuesday.
Tuesday. Okay. So you're gonna ship it Tuesday, or I'll receive it on Tuesday?
You shall receive it on Tuesday unless any further notice.
I love it. Is there a section on the website where I could leave feedback for this wonderful customer service?
No, sir. Goodbye.
Oh, I can't. And then they hung up. Well, thank you, Indiana. That was a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And I can't wait to receive my products in the mail. Chat's saying, I did not say it was fun. I don't know what that means. We got Georgia back on the line. Maybe, is it? We'll find out. Drive By Night Show, how are you?
Hey, how are you doing? This is Jeremy.
Hey, what's going on tonight?
Nothing much. Just chilling, scrolling through TikTok, saw your vids. Really cool.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. What are you up to then?
Nothing much. Just playing some MLB.
Oh, wait, like a current year or like an older one?
It's the new one, the
Okay.
2020.
How's the interface? How does it play? Give me a review.
Really good. I'm playing a guy online right now. Losing badly.
What team are you playing with?
It's your own custom team.
I see. So you can kind of form your own players. They're like height and weight and right, left, and who's a better pitcher and all that kind of stuff.
You can do one player like that, not the whole team.
I see. So you can make like one MVP badass player, and then everyone else is just kind of whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can do.
And then
Usually, what?
How many homers do you think that really good player could hit in a year?
Oh, in a year. Like 30.
Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. I was expecting you to say like 70 or 80 or something.
No, it's not a lot.
Okay.
But usually they don't let faggots.
Well, okay. All right. Just hung up on that. I didn't even hang up. You couldn't even handle your own whatever that was. I don't know. What were we talking about anyway there? All right. Is it baseball? Are we talking about baseball here? Or what are we talking about? What are we really talking about? Chat saying, hello, I'm back. I want to call, but I'm a kid. I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters. Kid, go ahead. Chat saying, hurry up and end the call. Which call was that? Chat says, I lost you. I'm back, though. I lost everyone, and now I'm back. So I thank you so much for returning. Okay, cool. I thought I was the only one. No, it was just gone anyway. What is this? What is this? Was that the guy that just called? Yeah, we're not doing that again, Georgia. Sorry. Hey, get out of here. Chat is saying, let's see here. Sorry. God, people are just trying to join in on this thing. And let's see. Chat is saying, I apologize. Is that because they're gills? I don't know. Hey man, I'm wondering if it's okay to call even knowing I'm a kid. I don't care. I just don't want this creep from Georgia to call again. Chat saying, what's poppin'? Chat saying, I work for the Fresh Chili Company Tuesday and Thursday. Left my ass off, damn, 12 inches, and you asked if they had bigger ones. Well, I mean, if he's going to play around with the prank call, you got to play around with it. What are you talking about? Just curious. I don't know. I have no idea. The phone call from Indiana, it was a prank call. Was it? I mean, maybe it was. I don't know. Chat saying, I know it was me. What's pop? I work for the... we already did that. And then I think we're all caught up with the chat. So thank you, everyone, for joining me tonight. This is the Drive By Night Show. We do this every Thursday on TikTok from 8 o'clock to 11 p.m. Central Time. This is my 23rd week doing this. If you're curious about past episodes, you can go to YouTube at All the Rides, and there they all are. If you want to listen to the show in a podcast form, just go to your favorite provider, simply search Drive By Night Show, and this thing will pop up. Until then, phone line is open, 402-853-8436. Thank you so much for joining me. Chat's saying, could you answer? Are you the creep? Are you the baseball creep from Georgia? Why am I going to answer? You hung up on me, and you didn't have anything good. What were we talking about? Baseball? I don't even know. Chat's saying, hi, what is going on? I don't know. Call in and find out. Can I be a moderator? I don't know. How do you do that? How do you become a moderator? Do you have topics or themes? Very rarely do I have topics and themes. It says I'm not the same dude. All right, call right now, and I'll pick up then. If you're not the same dude, I swear I'll pick up right now. As far as topics and themes go, I kind of like it just to go and flow and become whatever it is. But every now and then we get on like tangents where something gets brought up and then it becomes a topic and or a theme. But we don't really have much going on tonight. We are just hanging out, and we got about an hour left. All right, here comes Georgia. All right, is this you? Hello? Yeah.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Excellent. What's on your mind tonight?
No, I just saw you on TikTok.
Oh, well, cool.
Do you support Pride Month?
I don't know what that is.
It's a month for gay people.
I do support that, yes.
Are you bisexual or?
Yeah.
Like, you are?
Yeah.
Maybe we should take this to text, okay?
Okay. That creep. This is like the second one, and both of your calls had like a similar theme, and it's like, you know what, kid, maybe you need to go walk around in the world a little bit, meet some people, have some conversations, see how people live that aren't you, and maybe learn a thing or two, and then your tune will change, and you won't be walking around making very predictable jokes. And that's all I can kind of say about you and your phone call. It's predictable. Don't be predictable. Let's see. And that's it. Okay, nobody decided to comment on that loser's phone call, which is fine with me. 402-853-8436. Phone line is open. And we got an hour. 1 hour left. And what are we going to do? What do you want to do for this final hour here? I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. You're stuck with me. You kind of are a loser, pal. So, yeah, you can call yourself whatever you want. But, just whatever, dude. Just call. We can have conversations. We can joke around. We can talk about whatever. But you've got a one-track mind. You've got these things that you think are funny and interesting that you have to say. And you're not even going to let me get a word in edgewise, or you're not even going to give me a chance to participate in the conversation because you've already made up your own mind exactly what you want to talk about. So, yeah, I'd say that makes you a loser. So just go somewhere else, or you can sit and watch. I don't really care, but you're not going to call again. We got Nebraska calling. Drive By Night Show. How are you?
Hi. Do you guys have any toilet paper?
Okay. I've had this one maybe 3 or 4 times. But
toilet paper. I need some right now.
Okay, all right. This is one of the prankdollar.com. But these are fun.
Well, I'm just asking you to bring some over.
Okay. Well, I'm on my way.
Isn't Ronnie?
Oh, no, this is Donnie.
Oh, Lord, I am so sorry. It's just I haven't spoken to anyone in such a long time.
The pandemic
Please stay
did that
online
to
with
us.
me. I don't want to lose anyone else. Ever since my husband passed away, it's been so hard.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Could you come over and take care of me?
Well, I don't know where you live, but if you give me your address, yes.
Well, why would you say that to an old lady?
I said I'd come over.
What did you say?
I said I would come over.
Oh, well, can you at least tell me a story or a funny joke? No. I haven't laughed in years.
Jeez, well, sucks to be you.
Please?
No.
You've just been pranked by prankdial.com.
Okay, so there you go. There's prankdial.com, and that's fine. Do the prankdial.coms, and it's good. Chat saying, yo, appreciate the shout out. There you go. I appreciate you, and I don't know where you went, and we'll give you a follow, but we lost you on the phone, and I appreciate the phone call. Thank you so much for calling earlier. You are always welcome on this show, and yeah, 402-853-8436 is the phone line. Chat saying, I'm a straight married man, but can we kiss? Yeah. Where are you? I'm right here. Where are you? We got Pennsylvania on the line. Drive By Night Show. How are you?
Good, how you?
What?
Good, how you?
What?
Hello?
What's going on?
Good.
Hello?
You call me?
No, I did not. You called me.
Oh, my man.
Oh.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Micah Jones.
Oh, I didn't call you. You called me. I've got my phone number just sitting here.
What do you want?
I'd like to have a conversation with you about your car's extended warranty.
Man, who are you?
I told you. I am the Drive by Night Show.
The driver who?
Drive by Night Show.
Who? Verizon?
Drive by Night Show. We
AT&T? Who?
We call on behalf of your car's extended warranty.
I ain't even have a car.
Do you know that your extended warranty is about to expire?
I ain't have a car though.
Well, then there's no reason to let it expire. Would you like to renew?
I don't have a car though.
Well, you can roll it over to the next car that you get, but you really don't want to let it expire.
Well, what you talking about, huh?
I'm talking about your car's extended warranty.
I don't have a car though. I take the bus.
You used to have a car.
Nah, I ain't.
Huh?
No, I ain't.
Okay. Are you planning to get a car in the future?
No, I ride horses.
You ride horses. Okay. Well, would you like to get a warranty for your horse?
You a farmer?
I am not, but I'm
who are you?
I'm a person. I sell extended warranties for everything.
Who?
Everything. Horses, cars, you name it.
Hi. Hello?
Hello? Just say yes, I would like to buy the warranty.
I would.
I think you would.
How much it costs?
Well, $200.
$50.
50. Okay, sold.
$20.
No, we already agreed on 50 here. Now come on. You're not a very good negotiator.
Going down $10.
Going down $10. Now I heard a verbal agreement on 50. How about 35?
5.
35 you said? 55. Okay, sold.
250.
250. Okay. Now you're like the worst negotiator I've ever heard of. Now the price is going up.
I was 350.
Okay. Now this is for the horse or the car?
I didn't have a car though.
So you want the extended warranty?
I'm gonna get from my capital.
Extended warranty for your horse. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
What's your horse's name?
The Great Stallion.
The Great Stallion. Okay. How fast can your horse gallop?
55 miles per hour.
Yeah, that's pretty fast, actually. You should enter your horse into some racing competitions.
I had.
Oh, did you win?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well.
You want to come to a race?
Yeah. Where's the next one?
Lincoln, Nebraska.
Oh. All right. Well, I'll be there. I hope to see you.
$50 for a ticket.
All right. Well,
I gave you the VIP spot though.
We can work something out.
Who are you? Rising?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Don't call again.
I won't. I promise. He hung up. All right. That was about as random as it gets, but that's what's kind of fun about this show is it's just random. Let's see. Which one should I do next? I don't know what that means. Oh, chat saying, or are they saying phone died, line's busy, man. Okay, no big deal. That was person. Chat saying time to hang up. The good thing is they hung up on me, so I didn't even have that pleasure of doing that, and it's just gone. And now the chat saying laugh my ass off. That's great. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. I don't really know. It's just the Drive By Night show, and we're just here. We don't know what's going to happen. And that's what makes it a lot of fun. 402-853-8436. Got about 50 minutes left in the show. So if you're burning desire to have a little convo tonight, you go right ahead. Been kind of a wild, kind of all over the place show tonight anyway, but overall I'm very happy with it. So let's just keep it going. Just saying that was me. Was that you? Well, what should that guy's nickname be? Horseman. LOL. It should be Horseman. You know, it's great. What is the premiere of this show? Premiere. I'm reading that wrong. I'm getting a question asked by Beastock. What is the premise of this show? Well, this is the Drive By Night Show, a 3-hour drive around call-in talk show. Best way to probably learn is right now I've got a call from Idaho, and this is the premise of the show. Drive By Night Show, how are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
Well, I'm doing great tonight. Thanks so much for calling. What's on your mind tonight?
I have nothing on my mind tonight.
Well, what did you do today?
Oh, I work today.
Okay. Now tomorrow's Friday. You got to work.
Yes.
Do you have the weekend off?
I have tomorrow off. We have a
3-day weekend.
mental health. We have a mental health day, one mental health day a month, and I'm taking that tomorrow.
So you get to choose when you get that mental health day per month, though?
Yes.
Now, what if everybody wanted to take the same mental health day off? Would they allow it, or they'd be like, you know what, too many of you are taking that day off?
Well, I am a supervisor, so I probably would not let everybody take the same day off.
That's what I'm saying. Because I had a job similar like that as well, where they're like, "Hey, take this day off whenever you want." But then the reality of it was that only like 2 people could actually take off a specific day, and if any more than that wanted to do it, then they wouldn't allow it. And I'm like,
wow.
I'm like, well, this is kind of a jip. You said I can take any day off I want with stipulations, you know.
Yeah. It's just a job, people. It's just a job.
It is just a job. So it's nice effort. So you got a 3-day weekend coming up. Is that correct?
Yes.
Well, what are you going to do with yourself?
I'm going to go help a friend move.
Oh, that sucks.
I know.
Well, you can't find anything else to do. Is that going to take up your whole weekend?
No, I'm going to do that Friday.
Okay.
And then Saturday,
Get it out of
I
the
might
way.
do something. Yeah, something.
Yeah. You're gonna maybe do something on Saturday.
Maybe.
Okay.
I like to just go random places with my children.
Give me an example.
We'll get in the car in the morning, throw in some
Led Zeppelin.
snacks,
Oh.
some music. Sure, yeah, usually it's Lizzo because I have teenagers and
Thin Lizzy.
yeah. Then we get on the road and each kid takes a turn picking the direction that we go until we end up somewhere cool.
I like it. So where's maybe the coolest and/or the most random place you've ended up?
I really like hot springs, and if we see any signs or anything for hot springs, then we usually end up at a hot spring. So I usually have a bag with swimwear in it because.
Okay. Now, are there there are a lot of hot springs where you live?
There is. I live in the state with the most hot springs in any other state.
That's Idaho.
Correct.
I did not know this about Idaho. You're telling me no other state, Montana, Wyoming, you're saying Idaho #1, most hot springs, Utah, no.
Correct.
Okay. Wow, that's pretty cool, I guess.
It is pretty cool, and it's really nice in the spring, and it's cooler in Idaho, so it's really nice in the spring and the fall. It's not as great in the summer because, you're already sweating. You don't want to get in
boiling hot water. But I imagine when it gets colder, would you liken it? I've never been in one in my life, so help me out here.
What?
No. When have I had the occasion to go into a hot springs?
I don't know where you live, man. So I don't know.
I don't live I live in Nebraska. Believe me, there aren't hot springs anywhere near here.
Okay.
But so I'm asking the question. Let's say it was 40 degrees outside. Would the hot springs feel like a hot tub?
Yes, because it's coming out from underneath the ground. That's the best time to go is when it's really cold.
So you're saying don't even stop at 40. Let it get to like 0 degrees and go for it.
I don't do it when it's 0.
Yeah.
I don't do it when
But
it's
some
0.
people
but there
do.
are people that do. Yeah, and hot springs, of course, are notorious for being clothing optional. So you have to be careful when you have kids.
Yeah, sure. Because you if you end up at a hot springs, who knows who's already in the darn thing and what they're doing.
Correct.
Correct.
But I have a daughter with a disability, and she would prefer to be naked. So another reason we would avoid them is because she'd think it's cool and she'd strip down as well.
You may want to avoid certain hot springs then for that. But somebody might get the wrong idea, and we don't want that. But that's
It's not very well received at splash parks either.
What is that mean? Oh, your daughter and her, yes. Oh wow. I see. Now is this a phase she's going through? Do you think she's going to grow out of this, or what do you think's going to happen?
I do. So she's 16, and she doesn't do it very much anymore.
Okay.
Very rarely will she do it now. But when she was younger, it was like
can't take you anywhere.
I could not keep clothes on this kid. I'm telling you, it was awful. She'd stand in the window. We'd have a big picture window in front of our house, and she'd stand in it just naked for all the neighborhood to see. I'd get text messages. Lana, Macy's in the window again. From the church lady down the street.
I bet it. Of course, it was the church lady. Now, are you going to remind your daughter of all of this 10, 20, 30 years from now?
You know, I have really high hopes for her, but she is nonverbal, and I'm not sure she'll have the cognition to ever find it as humorous as I do.
Oh, interesting. Well, I'm sure that the two of you have found ways that you can communicate with each other, though.
Yeah, there's an app. Did you know that?
I have no idea. No.
She can type things that she wants on an app.
Crazy. And then it's that easy.
Well, yeah, the big thing we're working on really is like expanding, just like typing the word chocolate, right? To saying, what's your name? Yeah. Where do you live? How old are you? Stuff like that.
So
we're working on functional stuff.
Right. So it could actually be then more useful rather than I want chocolate.
That's the hope.
Okay.
I have a belief that people that are nonverbal that have autism are really in there, and their biggest struggle is getting it out. You know what I mean? They're kind of in their own world, and they don't understand ours. And I believe that they're in there. And if I could get her to type and just get over the verbal part that's so hard for her, I think I could open up a world of understanding her a little better.
I love it. And like you said, you have a hope, and hope is a very powerful thing. And if you hold on to that and keep working at it, I'm sure you're going to find great results.
Yeah, me too. She's really awesome.
I bet, and it sounds like you love her a lot, and I hope the two of you find ways to communicate in that way someday as well.
Well, you're going to want to save this recording because they'll make movies about my kid.
I hope they do. I think that would be awesome.
And they'll be like, one time her mother called a talk show on TikTok, and this is the vintage copy we have of that recording.
That would make my day. I think that'd be super cool, honestly.
Well, hopefully you can play yourself in the movie.
I've been in movies. I'm very comfortable in front of the camera.
What movies have you been in?
They're small, very small independent movies. I used to work on films. I used to be an assistant director many years ago. So oftentimes there would be not enough extras or actors for a particular scene. So the crew would have to then sit in front of the camera just to be in the scene, just to fill in the numbers and whatnot. So that's how I've ended up in a decent amount of films, not because I wanted to. It was just out of necessity. So I don't know.
Well, you know that Napoleon Dynamite was filmed in Idaho.
I do know that. And was it nearby where you live?
Yes, like that whole community is exactly like the community I grew up in. Like, exactly.
Wow. Do you like that movie?
I don't live there anymore.
Uh-huh.
So, no, I don't particularly. I had to get out of there.
That's okay. That's okay. It kind of, if the people are, if the communities really like that, then that's kind of a strange place, I would say.
It is. It's very strange. But every single part of the country has a weird
I agree.
thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
isn't there a part of the country that drinks warm beer?
I don't know, but there's gotta be, right?
I think that they do. Like in somewhere really north, like Minnesota or something, they
Make
drink
it up.
warm beer.
Warm beer in Minnesota. How about we just start that rumor?
Okay, cool.
I don't know. Now that I gotta look up, because now you have me fascinated about what part of the country drinks warm beer exclusively.
There is. Maybe it's Massachusetts. Yeah, Boston. I don't know.
Let's stick with Minnesota.
I can tell you that it's not the Pacific Northwest.
Okay, you're
We like it.
certain about
We
that.
like it cold over here.
What now? What is there any what's your favorite beer then? Do you drink there?
I really like beer. I'll drink any beer, man. But the darker the better, and if it's chewy, that's even better.
Okay.
So I like Guinness. I like the dark stuff.
I understand. There's nothing wrong with that at all. You need a little beer to chew on. I completely agree.
Why eat when you can drink?
It's true. It's true, because then you can do both at the same time.
Right?
Yeah.
It's Guinness is, it serves a dual purpose for a special needs parent.
Absolutely, and I believe in Ireland, if you just go to the hospital for any ail or ache or pain or whatever's going on, they just give you a pint of Guinness and send you home.
They do.
It's medicine. It really is medicine.
I've seen some pictures of my friends went over there, and they had, from one night, like 24 kegs.
Uh-huh.
And after one night of the bar being there, so I think they drink a little.
Have you ever been to Ireland?
No.
If you were to go to Ireland tomorrow, how many Guinness do you think you could drink in a day?
Oh my gosh. In a day? I don't know, a lot. It would be so much. But I would want to
40?
stay just buzzed. I wouldn't want to get messed up and get found in a bathroom in Miami.
I think you're in good company though with everyone in Ireland. I think they would just keep drinking with you all night and nobody would care. They'd be impressed by you.
I don't know about that, but it would be fun. Wouldn't that be fun? I'd want to stay. I would want to remember it though.
Well, yeah, I would want to remember it as well. But I kind of feel like I'd want to go to Ireland and I'd want to, travel, go see the cities, go see some old castles, go see some countryside. Do like the things that I need to do, and then just spend one day in a pub, like the entire day, and just drink like 50 Guinness and just.
Yeah, that's what you got to do, like the local thing, right? Like get an Airbnb and stay and like live like a local for a little while.
Yeah. I think you have to. I think you got to just spend one day.
Is that your number one place you would go? Like you could pick any place in the world, no money. You go where?
I really want to go to Japan. I've wanted to go to Japan for a long time, and it's just something calls me there. I need to go.
What is it that is appealing to you about Japan?
I feel that so it goes back to my background, I guess, with working on movies as I did and being a film student and whatnot. And I found cinema from Japan to be nearly identical to the Midwest of America. Like the people are the exact same sensibilities. Like I feel.
Really?
I felt like I made this strange connection with Japanese culture and Midwest culture in America, and they're like the same. And I want to go there and experience it and see if. Are the movies getting it wrong, or are they portraying it differently, or is this just really how it is?
So when did you make this connection?
In my early 20s.
And you have been thinking about this theory, or it's actually a hypothesis,
for 20
right?
years.
That you
For 20 years.
Still need to test your hypothesis and get out there.
Yes, for 20 years I've been thinking about it.
Wow. When are we going?
I don't know. It's
You
expensive.
got to set a date, man. You don't even have a goal. No wonder it's been 20 years. You got to have a goal here.
That's fair. It's fair. It seems I end up getting like lots of goals that happen before that particular goal. 3 years.
So priorities take precedence.
Yeah, I guess.
Me too. Yeah, man.
It's hard. Life gets in the way of life, I always say.
Yes, it is. It's hard.
Yeah.
But it's super awesome at the same time. You end up going, it's just like my adventures, right? You end up not knowing where you're going. You take a few wrong turns, but then you end up somewhere you've never been before.
It's true. Like in my car, talking on the phone, because I never really planned to do this. It just sort of happened. So I like life for that. And I think that it's part of what keeps us going, honestly. Because if we could predict it all, knew what was going to happen tomorrow, it really wouldn't be as interesting.
Right? I agree. Although I would have liked to have known the pandemic was coming.
What would you have done differently if you would have known?
Well, my daughter didn't get to graduate from high school regular, and that sucked.
You don't like that?
No, she would have gotten a good graduation, you know.
Well, couldn't you do something posthumously? Like, I don't know.
I tried to jazz it up the best I could.
Yeah.
And that it's just, you know, if I could change something, I'd give her a prom, senior prom, and a graduation.
I get it. You're just saying it's not the same, and it's just not going to be the same if you try and do something now. It's just it's over.
But she's super awesome and said, I just wanted my graduation to go down in history, and it did.
In a weird way, because it's like, what did you do on your graduation day?
Yeah, my graduation was lame. It was in Napoleon Dynamite, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
They had those little bell ringers there, the sign language people, whatever they were doing.
I understand. So yeah, mine was like whatever, too. It was in a big auditorium with a bunch of people. Like, I didn't care.
And my parents were super strict, so I didn't get to go to any parties.
Oh. Well,
that was super lame.
That is super lame. So your parents wouldn't approve of a day full of drinking Guinness?
No, I won't be posting those photos on social media.
Well, I mean, what you still even wouldn't do it today? You still worried about what your parents would think today?
No, not as much today.
Yeah, who cares, right?
Yeah. I'm a little older than I should probably not be worrying about what my mom thinks, but
it's hard.
Women have this weird thing with their moms, right? Like they love them, but man, do they hate them.
Well, it's hard. It's hard to grow up and become your own person when it's still you have those memories of being a little kid and them being. But now it's like, I don't know. I see my mother getting older now. I really do. She's in her 70s and she's now relying on me for more things than I rely on her. So it's changing, I feel like.
Well, it definitely is change. That change happens. I lost my dad in January, and he declined, and really needed a lot of support in the end too. Yeah, it does change. But relationships are interesting. Parent relationships are interesting.
They are. But I don't know. I guess it's something that all of us just have to do, and ours are all a little bit different and unique in their own way also.
Agreed. Based on whether or not you drink warm beer.
We're still going to figure out what's going on with that. I got to know.
I know somebody else puts ice in their beer in another part of the country, right?
I don't know. I don't know. I really have no idea.
What about okra? Can you tell me who got the idea that food is edible? It is the most disgusting vegetable in existence. It's disgusting.
I don't care for it either. I ended up with a whole bunch of fried okra a while ago that was just free and mine to eat and whatever, and it was disgusting.
Yeah, you can't eat that garbage.
I tried. I tried because it was free.
And it kind of should be dried out and used as a weapon because it's disgusting. And people in our country eat that.
We just don't know where. Yeah, we don't know where they drink warm beer, where they put ice in their beer.
But I do know where okra is, right? Isn't that a Texas or a Southern thing?
Yeah, it's more of a Southern thing.
Yeah.
So.
There's not a lot of okra in Boise, Idaho.
Just Hot Springs.
Just Hot Springs, where you could bring okra and boil it to the perfect consistency.
I suppose you could. Oh my, well, that's good stuff. Well, I mean, I didn't know where this phone call was going to go when you first called, and now it's like, I can't believe it. It's been a lot of fun.
It has been fun. Thanks for the chat.
Yeah, anytime, honestly. Call me back whenever. I look forward to it.
Okay, talk to you later. Bye.
All right, we'll see you. Okay, there was a new caller from, my goodness, Idaho. I'd never spoken to before, and that was just very enjoyable. So, phone line is open. Let's see if we can kind of get caught up with the chat a little bit. First of all, we got to take care of some business here. We got a little kitty calling here. What's going on?
Hi!
How are you tonight?
Did I miss? I feel like I missed a lot.
It's-
Shout out to Dan.
Yeah,
Checking you for my Android. I love my Android. Dan.
You have an Android?
Yeah, I do.
So do I.
Okay,
all
well,
day.
I mean, people are checking me this. Well, one person is checking me this.
Yeah.
No, Mr. Ivan here.
A lot of people are kind of weird about Androids. I don't understand why.
I mean, I feel like they don't have all the benefits that we get. I think Android, like, I've tried iPhones before for years.
Yep.
Anyway, how are you?
I'm great tonight. It's been a lot of fun. The show was, I got disconnected at one point, so I actually had to end the chat and then start a new one, the show or whatever. But I think it brought like a whole new group of people though when I did it. So it seemed like maybe it was worth it in a weird way.
That's so dope. So guys, you better follow. You guys better press the follow.
There you go. So what's going on with yourself then?
Nothing. I think I joined too late. Oh my god! Like what?
Yeah, we only got half an hour left here tonight.
Oh, okay, half an hour. Yeah. Oh my god, I know. I joined a little bit late. I think Gorilla Man and his wife were like not having.
I saw them in here. They were both in the chat earlier, but I had a different live going, and they were both active in that. But I think I started a new live because I had to, and I haven't seen them since. So it's all good. We just every week's different.
We love new family members.
I think we've made some new ones this week as well. So
definitely.
It seems like it's been a lot of fun.
Well, hey guys, don't hate on the Android game. I'll keep watching. Much love, much peace. So
same to
I'll
you.
keep watching for sure.
I love it.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good one. Okay, so there was Kitty calling from California, and we always appreciate the phone calls. Let's see. Did he say his name was do you like the Indiana call? Was that a question for me? Excuse me, I gotta just kind of blow out a little there. We got Virginia on the line. Drive By Night Show, how are you? Hello. Virginia. Going once. Going twice. And Virginia just hung up on their own. I was this close to hanging up on Virginia. They beat me to it. Chat saying, how are you guys today? Doing great. How is in your car window? I don't know what that means. We want Horseman. Oh my god, I missed a lot, clearly, says Kitty. Yeah, you kind of did. Oh, we got a weird number calling here. This is like out of the country type number. Let's try this. Drive By Night Show, how are you? Hello? We'll give this one a second because this is like across the pond or something here. This is like, oh, then they hang up. What's a plus 358 mean? That was like the first three. It said plus 358. And then I saw somebody from Alberta, Canada, was calling too that I didn't get to, and I apologize for that. So let's go international here tonight here, guys, and let's see what happens. Chet saying, hello again, friends. Yes, hello right back at you. And let's see. I hated going to my graduation. Yeah. And, you know, and I'm sympathetic from that caller at Idaho and her worried about her daughter not going to the graduation. But it's like that pandemic did create some of that stuff that it's like, I don't have to go do this. And, you know, we got to find the positives about the pandemic. And maybe the positive was you didn't have to go to your graduation. You didn't have to go to prom. And I know these are supposed to be these, like, things that you remember for the rest of your life, but I don't give a crap about any of that stuff. I would have loved if there was a pandemic during the prom at my high school. Chat saying, I want some fresh chili. Anyone know where I can get some? I don't know. Whatever. Chat is saying me next. Oh, you did call next. I got that caught up with you. Android. And then we got the Android controversy. What does everyone use? Android or iPhone, or is there even anything else? Is there anything else besides those two? We got Virginia on the line. Drive By Night Show, how are you? Hello? Did we already do this, Virginia? Yeah, and you hung up again. I don't know what's going on. Virginia's on thin ice. Chat saying, what is this? Well, this is the Drive By Night Show. Phone line's open, 402-853-8436. Virginia just likes to call and hang up. And then that was them calling again. And then they only even let it ring like 3/4 of a time. Chat's saying, I'm in Largo, Florida. Chat is saying, I was the Idaho girl. Oh, Idaho girl. Thank you so much. Let's give you a great follow there. That was loads of fun. All right, Virginia, this is your last chance. This is it. Drive By Night Show, how are you? Virginia. This is it, Virginia. You got to say something. What's going on? And then, now there's another Virginia call on the incoming line. Is that the same number? Let's find out. Drive By Night Show, how are you? Hello? Come on, Virginia. You're killing me. This is horrible for ratings, Virginia. And then they just hung up. How many calls is that in a row? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 calls from Virginia. Here they come again. Oh, we got to keep doing this now. Hi, Virginia.
5 calls from Virginia.
And now you're listening to me, but you're not saying anything. What's going on here, Virginia? How many times are we going to do this tonight, Virginia? Oh, we got the 358 prefix calling again. We got to try this. Drive By Night Show, how are you? Hello? Well, we can't get anybody on the line. Hello? 358. What's going on? Oh, and then they just hung up. I don't know what the heck's going on. All right. Chat is saying, let's see. I'm a Finland number. Well, Finland tried to call again, and I really want to talk with Finland. And so please, Finland, keep trying. We're going to make this happen. Chet's saying, no, not me, but Finland. Okay, I believe you. Chet's saying Samsung in the house. We got Idaho calling again, or is this the same Idaho or a different Idaho? Let's find out. Drive By Night Show, how are you? Hello?
Who is this?
Who's this?
This is your fucking mother, motherfucker.
This is a drive-by night show. I don't appreciate your tone. Alright. Well, he just hung up. Okay, whatever. I was willing to go with that, clearly, but you hung up on me. Let's see. Here we go. I wish I didn't have prom, etc. I was homeschooled and more than happy. Yeah. Nobody wants prom. Chet saying, yo from Minneapolis. And then I mean Virginia. Not really. Poor Virginia. Yeah, what's going on in Virginia? Let's try this Idaho bum again. Drive-by night show, how are you?
This is me again.
I know it's you. I answered it.
It's me.
I know who you are. What's going on tonight? What are you up to tonight?
I'm sitting.
Okay.
I'm sitting in my room.
Okay. Sitting in your room. What are you doing in your room while you're sitting?
I'm standing in front of my mirror, shadow boxing.
Now you're standing. Now you were sitting. Now you're standing. And now you're making these noises. Okay. Have you devolved into a primate all of a sudden?
I haven't taken my schizophrenia medication.
in
72 hours.
Oh my goodness! Is that the longest you've ever gone?
Listen to me now.
Yes.
Now I'm in my kitchen. And I'm gonna boil some cabbage.
Boil some cabbage. I love
and I'm
boiled
gonna
cabbage.
have a nice cabbage stew for dinner.
Oh, you should try a cabbage sandwich.
I will not try a disgusting, despicable dish that you just recommended.
Oh, well, I
okay?
I apologize.
No, listen.
I apologize.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Now I have a samurai sword.
Okay.
I'm gonna pursue the cat in the backyard.
Oh, well, is it your cat or someone else's?
It's feral.
Oh, I see. So you in what?
It eats my pigeons.
Oh, you have pigeons as well.
I eat pigeons.
In
fact, I have over 22 of them. I actually have 23.
Oh, over 22 is 23.
Yeah, nice math, G.
You're the one that said it. I was just confirming.
All right. Here's what we're gonna do.
What are we gonna do?
What are you asking me? What are you doing, dude?
This is the Drive-By Night Show, pal.
What's the Drive-By Night Show?
Well, get with the program, man. Everybody else knows about it.
Listen up, guy. I know over 18 people, and not a single one of them knows about the Drive-By Night Show.
Well, hell,
in fact, I know 21 people. I know because it's 2 times the amount of pigeons I have.
Oh, I thought you had 23 pigeons.
I'm counting myself as one.
Oh, I see. Depending on, state of flux that your personality is in at the moment. You may or may not be a pigeon.
Did you just call me a pigeon?
Are you a pigeon?
No, I keep pigeons, Einstein.
But are you a pigeon?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, think about it. Maybe you are. Maybe you think that you're the master of the pigeons.
Right. I have no way of knowing that I'm not a pigeon.
Yeah.
Just like you have no way of knowing that I'm not watching you right now through my binoculars.
There's probably a pigeon out there somewhere that thinks they're more than a pigeon.
I have pigeons flying out right now to your exact location. And on those pigeons,
yes,
each one has a different encrypted message attached around its neck. And if you can collect all of them, you'll find the directions to my house. And we'll have a nice dinner party.
Oh, is this true? What are we having for dinner?
Cabbage. Well, cabbage.
Okay. Well, forgive me if I'm not rushing over for boiled cabbage, but I do appreciate the offer.
You haven't had it.
I've had boiled cabbage.
not mine.
Oh, I see.
have a secret ingredient.
How do you make boiled cabbage better than anyone else?
It's
What do
pretty
you do?
simple.
Let's hear it.
It's pretty simple. Friggin' Emmanuel Kant over here, Mr. Genius. Okay? Take a head of cabbage
yeah.
and you boil it.
Yeah, I understand.
And you know what my secret ingredient is?
Salt.
No.
What?
It's not salt.
What is it?
It's mayonnaise.
Okay. So, do you boil the mayonnaise with the cabbage, or you put the?
I do. I throw the cabbage in for about a minute,
Yeah.
and then I add a nice hearty helping of mayonnaise right into the pot. Right into the pot.
That's disgusting.
And I stir it, and I watch it, and then I pour it all out in a nice bowl, and I eat the whole head of cabbage myself.
Yeah. Hey. And then you yeah. I don't even know what to say. But I again, I appreciate the offer, but I don't think I'm going to rush over for
Who
yours.
is your favorite
Yes.
Argentinian soccer player of all time?
Pele. Like, if I could name one Argentinian soccer player, I'd be doing well.
Okay. What is your favorite sport?
Pinball.
Pinball?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the song from The Who?
Pinball Wizard, yeah. That's my favorite sport.
Well, pardon me if you take offense to this, Mr. Pinball Wizard.
I'm
But
listening.
in my opinion, pinball is not a sport.
Oh,
What makes something in a sport?
It's got a ball.
Robert Kraft.
It's-
You know what makes something a sport?
What?
It's got to be in the Olympics or on ESPN.
Oh, I see. That's what. But it has a ball, and you hit a ball around, and you score, and
You know
it
what
has
else
objectives.
has pins? You know what else has pins?
What? Bowling.
Hair pin.
What's
And you
that?
know what else has a pin? My friend Bobby, he has a pin.
Oh.
His name's Bobby Pin.
That's his name.
No, that's the name of his kid.
Oh. Okay. I don't know what that means, but okay.
What is your favorite movie?
You don't want to know.
I do. I
You-
bet I've seen it.
How much do you want to bet?
I'll bet you 100 push-ups.
100 push-ups that you've seen the film Aguirre, The Wrath of God.
Are you one of those freaky Christians that's all about these weird Christian movies?
No, it's a weird German art house film.
Have you seen La Haine?
I have seen La Haine. Matthew
Have you-
Kassovitz directed that, starring
have you seen
Vincent
that?
Cassel.
Yeah. And,
It's a great film.
Who there? What's his name?
Yeah,
The
it's-
black fellow.
Yeah, it's an amazing
Have
film.
you seen The Hunt with Mads Mikkelsen?
I have seen The Hunt. It's where Mads Mikkelsen is suspected of being a pedophile, and the town kind of just comes after him. It's great.
It's quite interesting.
It is very interesting.
Did you know that I was
Thomas
born in the
Vinterberg directed that. Yes,
same town as Mads Mikkelsen I was?
I find that fascinating. You say you're from Denmark.
Yes.
Okay. You speak any Danish?
No.
Oh, all right.
I
Yeah.
moved
Oh, well, there you
shortly thereafter.
go. To Idaho.
No.
Oh.
Cairo, Austria.
Oh, okay. Guten Tag.
And I lived there for 6 years when I moved to Idaho.
I see. Well, that sounds like you've had an interesting life.
One time I saw a goat making love to a chicken.
Huh.
I saw a woman once with 6 breasts.
Now that I would like to see.
My own dear grandmother.
Oh, maybe, never mind then. I don't really want to see that.
Why do you say you don't want to see my grandmother's 6 breasts?
Because you said she's dead.
Did I?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Oh.
You just made that up.
Okay. My apologies.
She is dead,
Okay. See, I knew she was dead.
but she's kept.
Oh.
a glass casket with her 6 breasts to bear.
All right, man. Right on. Well, this has been an enlightening conversation this evening.
At one point in my life, I was the world's foremost bonsai tree trimmer.
Yeah. And then what happened? Who overtook you?
No one overtook me. I'm unovertakeable.
Oh.
I was crippled in a horrible accident. I lost 9 of my fingers.
Oh, I'm sorry. So you have no fingers then?
I said I lost 9 of them.
How can you lose 9 when you only have 8?
Listen, I understand that the thumb isn't a finger.
Okay.
For all intents and purposes, most people count it as one. Genius. Dr. Heisenberg. Listen to me.
Yeah.
I have only the ring finger on my left hand.
I see. Now, do you ironically wear a ring on it?
I wear 6 rings on it.
6?
You can't even see my finger. I can't bend it.
You should wear.
The rings are so tight, I can't take them off ever. It's actually quite painful.
Oh, well.
And say I'll lose it soon because of the tightness of the bottom ring.
That sounds kind of counterproductive, honestly. You want to hold on to that last finger, I would think.
Well, at the time, I thought it was a good idea, but it proved not to be.
Okay. All right. Well, this has just been fascinating. I'm going to wrap up the show here very soon. I've been here for almost 3 hours. Would you care to call me back some other week? I'm here every Thursday.
Every Thursday, you sit in your car and look in the basket.
It's true, man. It's true. And I talk to people just like you. And it's quite enjoyable, really. Although you are unique. I overspoke when I said just like you. I apologize again. I've apologized to you like 5 times. That's got to count for something. He just hung up. All right. I don't know what's going on. There you go. That was a call, was it not? Phone lines open. Chat saying good afternoon from Japan. Thank you very much. I appreciate that a lot. We got Ontario calling here, and we did. Oh, what happened, Ontario? Is that my friend from Ontario? Call me back if that's you, because there's only one person that calls me from Ontario, and I'd love to get caught up with you. Let's see. Wow, I don't know what that means. Chat saying I'm from Bulgaria. Awesome. It costs a lot of money to call from overseas. I'm sure it does, and that's why I appreciate it. With that, Idaho is disappointed in that caller. What's this saying here? We got a little text message that says, "Call that." Is that the Ontario one? No, I'll call it. Let's call it. Let's see what's going on here. So we're gonna call Ontario, and we'll see what happens. Oh.
The international call you are attempting to place is not allowed from this line. Please dial 00 for operator assisted or call 611 for customer service.
Right. Well, Ontario, I hope you heard that. Apparently, I don't have international calling set up on my phone. So, I might have it on the other one. Oh, here we go. And then we got our good friend from New York calling in to... Here we go. What's going on tonight?
I thought I wasn't going to be able to call you, but apparently I was able to. I just went to Massachusetts, and now I'm on my way home. It's like a friggin' 3-hour drive. The entire time I was trying to dial you, I was like, oh, please tell me there's no cops around. And the second I hit the button, I see a cop fly past me. I was like, ooh, good thing.
You don't have hands-free dialing?
You're not in my favorites. What am I? And this system, like, I say, call all the rides. And she's like, did you mean John Smith? Like, no, bitch. I mean fucking all the rides.
All the rides.
I don't know. Voice recognition. That voice recognition. I can't say it. It's
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah.
Unless we're talking about like Siri or Google, it's terrible.
Yeah, they're probably like, there's nobody named all the rides. What are you talking about?
Yeah, seriously. That's why I put you in my phone app. I don't have your name. I don't know what your name is.
I don't even know your name either. I was just thinking about that.
I've barely disclosed anything. I just come and talk about nothing. Oh, fuck, Easy Pass. God damn it, I missed it. Hello.
Yeah.
This is a new car, so I don't have the stickers for my Easy Pass. So now every time I have to go into a toll, I have to hold it up, and I miss one of them.
Oh.
It's still in the car. Anyways.
Yeah.
So, How's your night been?
It's been good. It's been an interesting night out here, and I'm getting close to the end. I got 8 minutes left in the show at this point.
I know. I figured this would be the cap. You know, I was like, I was talking to somebody who was like,
yes,
let's get it in there. But yeah, no. Oh, see, that cop is lighting somebody up. Oh well.
Oh. As long as it's not you.
Yeah, no, it's not me. He's way up there.
Okay.
Weird. I'm in Rhode Island right now, I think, and their lights are just red. I mean, usually like cops, right? They've got red and blue. This guy's just got red. I don't know. Anyways, why didn't we behind me? I don't know. Anyways, what is the worst traffic jam you've ever experienced?
Los Angeles. You know, I remember sitting like on the 5 in Los Angeles for maybe like 3.5 hours, and
jeez,
yeah,
like stopped or like you were like crawling?
Stopped for most of it, and then it would crawl, and then it would stop, and then it would crawl, and then it would stop, and it was just useless.
Jesus Christ! The worst one I've been on, I wasn't driving. We were in Georgia. There's anybody from Georgia that can attest to this? We literally, it was I-495. It's the ring highway around, Atlanta.
Yeah.
And the traffic was so bad. Like, we came to a stop, which, by the way, it was a fast stop. Like oh shit, stop now.
Yeah. Those are scary.
And he literally, like, the person who was driving, like, literally put 30 minutes. We could have played a whole football game in between the cars because no one was moving. Apparently, they were doing, either somebody died and they didn't shut down the highway all the way, they just shut 2 lanes, whatever. He was going 4 lanes down to 2 lanes, and nobody in Georgia, no offense, knows how to drive, so it's, like, really not fun. But I had the reason I brought it up is I had a really bad experience with traffic today. I always pride myself on, like, I'm from New York, and people in New York, they, know how to drive, and sure, there's going to be traffic, there's 8 million people here, but you're not going to be, like, stopped like that. You're still moving. I mean, sure, it's going to take you time, but you're not just parked like that, right?
Yeah.
So I was driving through Connecticut, and oh my God, literally the traffic jam was an hour. I've never experienced anything worse, and I was like, oh, well, I guess screw my fuel economy. All right, there you go. It was so bad. I've never driven towards traffic.
Yeah, like the worst traffic I've ever seen. It was all in Southern California, and I've driven in a lot of major cities, but there's just too many people, and the roads they're great roads too. They're designed really well. It's just so many people, you just can't deal with it,
Oh yeah, I think that the 405 freeway, whatever it's called, it's so bad because it goes through. I think it goes to Santa Monica from Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
It's literally the one highway that goes through the mountains. Like there's no other route you can take. So it's just like, all right, well I guess I'm just gonna take the traffic. And I watched this guy. He's a pilot, so he was just like, oh, I wonder if commuting via plane is faster. Turns out it was 30 minutes longer. It cost us 4 times as much. He was like, I'll just drive.
Exactly. So yeah, it's just something you got to put up with, I guess. Everything's just too spread out, but whatever.
The fucked up thing is, excuse my wife late enough, all the kids are asleep. But the thing is, like, traffic wouldn't exist if people didn't tailgate.
You're absolutely right, because all it takes is one person tailgating, and then they get too close, they tap on their brakes, and it causes this chain reaction that causes traffic to stop like 2 miles behind. Like, it's the craziest thing,
The only way to break up the traffic at that point is to remove everybody off the road, or leave ridiculous amounts of space. So by the time that you see cars that are stopped, you start slowing down. And by the time you get there, they've already started moving again. That's how you break up traffic. But everybody has to do it, and of course, you consider it animal.
Right. No, and it's the craziest thing, and this is true, believe it or not. If everybody just drove the speed limit, there would never be a traffic jam. And
no, never.
It's crazy, right?
Absolutely. I mean, ultimately, maybe after 40 years, let's say, when no one's driving anymore and everybody's driven by themselves, like there's a car driving them. I think it's much better that you can't get the traffic jam that way.
No. They won't even have traffic lights or stop signs or anything. The cars will simply communicate with each other where they are, and then just adjust their speed, and they'll just move seamlessly through intersections right by each other. They'll never have to slow down or stop.
You won't need lane line.
Nope.
The speed limits can be ridiculously high, like it could be 120 miles an hour down the highway, because it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, and you're going to get to work in like 3 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Or you know, you can even if it's like an hour commute, you can take a nap, do work, whatever. It's so great. I'm so excited for you.
I am too. Like I can't wait to be like, you know, when you're in New York and be like, oh, I just want to go to like Virginia Beach for the weekend, and you just get in your car and go to sleep, and you wake up and you're there.
That'd be great. Yeah, exactly. And
You
then
know?
there can be super cozy and stuff like that. But here's my question, right? What about all the people that are like, I want to drive my car, like even if it's just like a weekend car, what do we do about them?
Well, I don't think it's allowed, because it's going to get to a point where you can't have driverless cars out there and then humans driving cars as well, because the humans are going to mess up what the driverless cars are doing, because they're unpredictable and they're going to do what they want to do. So you have to have all or nothing.
Well, maybe there'll be like, I don't know, like sections of road cut off, like in the middle, like for example, I live on Long Island, right? I don't know. Have you ever been on Long Island?
No.
You never really? You live in it's beautiful.
I've been to New York. I in the city, and I just haven't been to Long Island, particular part of it.
All right, here's something a little bit more like everybody's heard of the Hamptons, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, like you know, if you watch White Chicks, you know what the Hamptons.
Yeah.
The Hamptons is about, I want to say, 3 hours from Manhattan. Which an hour of that, by the way, is not even on the highway. It's so annoying. You always stuck behind a landscaper truck, and it's just so slow. They're doing 25 minutes, 55 minutes. Anyway, it's like so desolate out there, especially when you get towards Montauk, which is the very end of Long Island. That I think, and there's nice feature road. I think they'll probably not they'll have a point where you have to take over or something like that, because that's like not the good area. I think that's probably the best way to do it.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that maybe they just have some open. It'll kind of be like you'll go on vacation, maybe to somewhere out in the middle of nowhere, and you can rent a car and drive it around in these areas that are specifically designated for people driving cars, not driverless cars. You know,
it's going to become an experience.
It will.
Like,
It will.
Experience driving your own car.
Like 50 years from now, 30 years from now, who knows? There will be some kid that'll have to go out into the middle of nowhere to drive their first car, and that'll be like a vacation that people go have, I think.
Well, I work around cash registers all day, and I think technology education because, I never swiped my credit card. When I got a card, I never swiped it. It was always a chip, right?
Yeah.
So everybody's like, swipe. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
I think by the time, 10-year-olds will get their first card, 6 or 10 years from now, whenever, it's going to be all tap to pay. You're not going to have chip readers. Just tap it. Just tap it.
Yeah.
Because of the NFC chip and stuff like that. I mean, that's great when it works, but, it's going to be weird. I remember back in the old days, you had to insert your card.
It's true.
Blah, blah, blah,
It's true. Hey, man. So I love it. My show's over. I want to read a couple of chat. I want to go home. And I thought I don't like talking to you. I've just been talking for 3 hours. Call me next week earlier, and we'll chat.
There's no in between. It's either, start your show at the very end.
Kind of seems like it, but either way, it's all good. You're always welcome, and have a good one.
You as well. Have a good night.
All right, we'll see you. Thanks. Okay, that was our good friend from New York. This is the end of the show. I just kind of wanted to just quickly scroll through the chat and see Cabbage, Pigeon, Brad, Pick It Up, Pigeon Man. This is dope. Cabbage Boy. How do you make boiled cabbage? What? Grilled? Oh my God. Brad. He watches it with love, and him and the pigeon toes. Yeah, Brad. Who's Brad? Long time no see. Did Florida come on? Yes, Florida did. What number is that? That's my number. Name one mid-NBA player, please. Kevin McHale. This is funny. What a great convo. Unique, in quotes. I'm back, you guys. This page funny. Thank you, everyone. AEW is just a far better product than WWE. Oh, AEW is better than WWE. I actually haven't watched any AEW yet. All the rides. I'm back. Everyone's following. You ever watch Taxi Cam Confessions? Yes, I have, and that was kind of the motivation for me recording stuff in my Uber, which you can watch on my All the Rides page. There's lots of taxi cab, I can't say that word, confessions like that, and it's a very real thing, and that's why I was inspired to do it. Thank you, everybody. This has been the Drive By Night Show. We do this every Thursday from 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock p.m. Central Time. Please join me next Thursday. If you want to watch past episodes, go to YouTube at All the Rides. They're all there. Or you can listen to it on podcast form. Just search Drive By Night Show at your favorite provider, and this thing, believe it or not, will pop up. Until next Thursday, it's been a weird one. It's been a great one, and I look forward to seeing you then. Thank you very much. Good night.